I did it wrong. Shaka, can you just check that there is sound on the stream? Yeah, that's multiplayer like performance. Yeah, so it's just rendering other cars from less far away and stuff. But if you're getting 17 frames per second, that's not a detail issue. That's going to be something fundamentally wrong.
Yeah, it does this sometimes. It sort of goes into low frame rate mode. I'll try restarting the game. Is that Schalke?
Limp home mode is because we're talking about cars tonight.
We do have sound on the stream now.
Good. And can you hear yourself and me? You may have to wait to hear yourself.
Yes.
Yes, there we go. How weird.
Me, Schalke.
So I've picked the other beachside track.
Oh.
And I've
Can you hear me? Good evening, Schalke.
Oh, I can hear you both.
I can hear.
I've picked the other beach track, and it's quite interesting. There's quite a lot of quite fun, fast chicanes on it, so that should lead to some exciting disagreements with what speed they should be taken at. I tried to do a race in it earlier, and I rolled the car 3 times in about 4 laps, so be careful of the curbs.
Good evening to me too.
And I don't know if you saw my message earlier, but I've recovered the audio from our little edit thing, but I'm just missing Vega's video.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, you're a power user. Why are you using Windows Movie Maker?
Well, the thing is about Windows Movie Maker is it does everything you want to do and doesn't do anything you don't. Because 99% of the time, what you want to do, you want to fade up, fade down, replace the audio, trim, crossfade, and that's it. You don't want to do anything else. There's very little else you actually want to do. This is the new Windows Movie Maker. They just made it awful.
Oh, right.
Like the other one wasn't perfect, but I mean I did almost every Fortran video in Windows Movie Maker. I used to use Vegas 5, I think it was, which is very nice.
Vegas was great.
Yeah, Vegas was great. I think I've got a license for 5 somewhere. But the problem with all things like Vegas Video is they have to continually justify new versions, and they do it by putting in shit you don't want.
I mentioned before I was quite early to non-linear editing with a Matrox Mystique card and a Rainbow Runner, which were 250 quid each. And the Rainbow Runner was a daughter board for the Mystique.
I remember my first, I say, non-linear video thing was we were doing a world record for something or other at the company I was at, and I got them with the job of editing it. And that's where I first came across Vegas, because I was using it's either Premiere or Final Cut Pro, I can't remember, but this was 1999. So when you wanted to trim a clip, you had to click on the razor blade tool and drag from top to bottom to cut the film strip. They were doing their best to keep it as just like analog as possible.
Skeuomorphic.
It wasn't morphic?
Skeuomorphic, making it like a real life analog.
I've never heard that word before. SKEW? Amorphic?
No, SKEU, I think, skeuomorphic. It gets used a lot talking about iOS and Android, because when iOS 7 came along, they got rid of a bunch of the skeuomorphic design. Like the voice recorder used to look like a reel-to-reel tape recorder, and the notepad used to have like rings down the side and a tear-off strip along the top or whatever. And they decided they're not doing that anymore.
Yeah.
It's funny because it's just fashions. Because one year they went on about how the Game Center has this rich Corinthian leather texture on one side and green cloth on the other, and then iOS 7 came along and they're like, right, we're going flat pastel colours.
Did someone raise their hand and say when you're going on about the texture of a gaming board, they don't generally mean the texture map?
No, but Scott Forstall left the company and then it all changed.
One thing I wish it would change on Apple, because they kind of have influenced the industry, is they never went back ever since day one and reworked out the categories on the App Store. So it's still got family, card, strategy. Like, where do you put tower defense? Because you go under strategy, but then that ends up in the same places like Go, things like that. It's awful, and they've never gone back and reworked it with the games that people actually play on mobiles, and Steam has all the same categories. That's the silliest thing.
Yeah, I think a big problem with the App Store is that obviously you can pay for keywords for the search, and so you can let's say you make a natty little racing game. Think of a name for it.
Racer, pole position.
Racer.
Pole position 3.
Opposition. Okay, so you launch your little indie racing game, Opposition 3, and so someone with a massive budget and a bigger racing game just bids on the title of your game, and then everyone searching for your game gets theirs instead.
So
Because there's nothing to stop you using someone else's app name as your keywords, and you just bid more for it.
So Steam specifically forbids you from doing this. But you may not use your other games as search terms for your game. They don't enforce it, because I think Fortresscraft still has like Call of Duty as one of its keywords, and Minecraft. Like, why wouldn't I? But they tell you not to, and then everyone does.
Yeah.
Right, their discoverability is so awful. Well, to be fair, it's a lot better now. They have done this complex tagging system, which is actually a lot better than it used to be. But even so, it still says, hey Adam, why not play Assassin's Creed and FIFA? Because I'd rather chew my own eyes off. I don't know why I'm still driving around by
Which is the car that we had a different setup for?
There is a different setup for this one, but it's I'll say nominal. It's pretty much the same. The XFG we had a better setup for, but this one, I've got a. I don't think I'm running it. I bet I'm not. I've got a better one, yeah, but I'm not running it. I'll say better. It's slightly lower with a slightly longer final drive, which I can share, but it's not. I don't think it would make the blindest bit of.
That's right. No, I'll stick with vanilla.
Do you think you can improve on the 12-minute lap time?
He's too busy. He's in the zone now, Shaka. He's not gonna rise to your jibe.
Oh, was that aimed at me?
Yes.
Still wasn't sure if Shaka could hear me because I said good evening and didn't get a response.
Yes, I tried to reply, but I guess I didn't get a reply back.
That was exciting!
Right, there's a corner coming up, so time for the first massive argument.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Does anyone know this track?
I've been around it about 8 times now, so no. So this next right-hander is really, really quite fast.
What right hand? Ah!
This one?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Whoa! Yeah, much faster than that. Fuck. I was hoping to go round you.
Well, not on the first go.
Didn't happen. I was hoping to go round. Didn't happen. Went into.
Oh.
I was like, I'll steer harder. No, just slid.
Did you wipe by ramming me?
I ended up taking a slightly suboptimal racing line, yes?
Whoa, shouldn't have pressed the brake there.
So this bit's quite fast
dear.
and quite scary. And that's it, that's the whole track.
Well, lost first place now. Shaka forgot to brake, so that's okay. Caught up to him a little bit.
So the curbs are a bit nasty on this, so that's how I rolled it. Oh, span it. That's how I rolled it. So I've rolled my car 3 times on this track. One advantage of being in last place, I don't have to worry about anyone behind me when I try and rejoin.
Yeah. I guess people have like they develop a habit of joining immediately, but then when they need to check, they like don't conceptualize that they need to check.
Yeah, I mean,
it's no.
To be fair, people also do this in reality. Just blindly drive out without checking. As I say, as a motorbike rider, I am acutely... Shaka, that's the wrong way up. As a motorbike rider, I'm acutely aware of people not looking in the slightest, just blindly assuming they've got right of way or a gap and just pulling into it. So I am beginning to hone in on a decision on my electric car. If I can't get the one I want, the ID Buzz, and I'm not sure if I've got quite the right approach, but it's I'm currently very much looking at the EV6, the Kia, because it's got a lot of USB sockets and a lot of USB-Cs, so it's actually quite up to the moment with the...
I think that's the one my 70-year-old dad just bought.
Oh.
but carry on. It's very good, according to him.
Very good reviews,
Very pleased with it.
very sporty, very sensible at the same time, 800 volt charging, lots of USB sockets. And it's got what's called vehicle to load. It doesn't have vehicle to grid, but it does have vehicle to load, which is Kia/Hyundai's fancy name for a plug socket that will take 13 amps out of it. Which
Does it have USB-A sockets?
Yes, it's got like 4 A's and 4 C's, I think. Hopefully
Yeah,
no
I do
B's.
wonder when... Yeah, I think USB-A is going to be around for a very long time.
It shouldn't be, because you can always use an A to C
Oh.
adapter.
Yeah. Shouldn't be.
To be fair, I still buy stuff at a game that got USB Mini, which was my favourite. That's the best one because it's chunky enough to have grip, and it's chunky enough so it's really obvious which way up it should be. That's the little trapezoid one rather than the annoyingly flat micro.
Yeah.
Modern era coin flip. Which way this USB thing connects?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, there were even USB-A versions that had retractable pins. You could use them in either direction. They just never caught on. Because they cost, 7 pence a socket, not 4 pence a socket. I think a lot of the tracks are a lot faster than I've been taking. I keep slowing down for
It's
corners
yeah.
and then go, I didn't need to slow down until for that.
Yeah, you just need to pick the right line. And not hit the curb.
Why, would something go wrong if you hit the curb? How you doing, Schalke? I don't know if you rolled it because you hit the curb, but you rolled it for some reason. Oh no,
Yeah.
grass!
First thing was that I had reaction time to do something when I was on 2 wheels, but I ended up doing the wrong thing.
Ah. Yes. If you're on 2 wheels, it's very easy to bring the car back down as long as you steer in the correct direction, which is towards the pair of wheels on the ground. Caveat, unless it's the front 2 or the back 2 wheels, in which case you're kind of SOL. Too fast. But yeah, if you're...
Diagonally opposite wheels, you've either beached or you've gone very wrong.
yeah,
You bent the car.
So if your left 2 wheels are on the ground, and therefore you should steer to the right, which will push the car, to the left, which will put the car down very, very quickly. I can't steer right very much anymore. Better warn Tad later if he comes. The tyres have got concrete in them and are not good for the front of my car.
Tyres have got concrete in them.
Well, these ones seem to. Not the ones I hit, not the ones I've got in the car. Car's
I see.
It's not going around corners anymore, probably. Left or right.
I'm the king of the world!
I'm the queen of the world! Wait, hold on. Ah! Oh. That didn't work very well. My car just kind of stopped. Things exploded out of it.
And it exploded.
Right, if I park my car in the tyres, what happens when they respawn?
Maybe physics.
Maybe they've disappeared. And... I'm a little bit disappointed, I have to say.
Right.
You need to check.
You want to go again, or
Has your dad definitely got a GT6? I'm a bit.
No, I don't know what it is. It's some Kia EV.
Oh, it'll be an E-Niro. I think they've only got two. Well, the new one, it's very good. Everyone's saying this could be the Tesla Beta. This could be the one you want rather than a Tesla. Prior to that was the E-Niro, which was very good, but was based on an ICE platform, so it wasn't all it could be. My car's facing at the wall. If I go straight, I'm going to hit that barrier on the right. I have to steer right on the left side.
Spotted.
I have to steer right at the beginning of the trace.
I'll go easy on you two this time.
Thanks.
Slow down a bit for you.
Now, where's the braking point for this corner, do you think?
Back here, where I am. Whoa, it's sort of very loud.
So yeah, these corners are excitingly sketchy. Yeah, I caught you up a couple of times, and every time I did, I just did what you did. I just went, I'll take this one a little bit quicker, and ended off. So how fast is this corner? 100 miles an hour? Maybe not quite 100.
Yeah, I'll probably crash this time because I'm going to try pushing it a bit more than I did for the first race.
So you're going to take your winning strategy and just trash it for your second race.
Good point. Well, I just want to see. Yeah, I mean, that's the dichotomy, isn't it?
It is. Well, I've mentioned this before.
It only worked last time because you two made more mistakes than I did.
Yeah. Well,
but as we all get better, I'm going to have to get faster.
Yes. So there is a very famous Monaco race where it rained, and I believe 4 or 5 drivers actually finished, and most of the ones, they were just ones that drove slowly at the back, out of the way of everyone. And as I said before, earlier, I've rolled my car on this track 3 times. So far, Shag was won it once. This is quite an easy track to make quite a big balls up on.
Balls.
Oh, that was close. Oh, Shag, if you hit that thing at real life at that speed, you'd have lost your front lip. Like, it'd be a shame the game doesn't have damage like that, so like, the aerodynamics actually smash off if you decide to cut a corner like that. I don't know if R Factor 2 does.
Keep up enough. I just need to keep up enough so that if either of you goes off, you have to let me go past.
Well, I mean, Schalke thinks I should let you go past, but rules were meant to be broken. Oop, wrong gear.
I guess the ones that don't disqualify you, yeah. Just testing the grass a little bit.
Yeah, how is it?
It's not as good as the tarmac for driving, I'd say, on the whole.
Well, I mean, if you're going to be experimenting, I suggest you try gravel next and see how that goes. Oh, look at that lap time from Schalke. 1:17. Alright, then he crashed. Haha.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, into tires, but still.
Well, I'm coming past you right now, so stay where you are. Yeah. That didn't work.
I'm a half mile down the road, just wait there a minute. Shakar, I did watch your video about that game you play, but I'll be honest, I didn't understand a word of what you're talking about. I absolutely no clue. Because you're saying about it's a tactic in a looper game, something like committing suicide, and then you lost me. So I'm just going to say, my feedback on your video is, as someone who doesn't know anything about the game, you lost me.
Yeah, I guess I could have taken total newbies into account.
I'm not a total newbie, and I did play Uno. Not sure if that helps. And I've watched every Back to the Future. And that
Did you watch my first game of Lemnis Gate video? Or
no,
just the latest?
I watched the one about something about suicide bombing or something, I'm not sure. And the one about the turret. And I decided I don't know what the hell's going on.
Yeah. It's a bit of an explaining, and it's like not enjoyable if it's just you hear about it. I guess they're gonna have some challenges of selling the game, and it doesn't like help that they have like lore-centric their trailers out. But
yeah, I mean, I mentioned it, I thought about this when I'm watching Counter-Strike. If you watch football, right? Everyone gets football. Put that ball in that goal, score a point. Most points win. If you haven't got any points scored, the goal the ball is closest to is the one that's most likely to score. Done. Everybody understands football.
Playing the offside rule?
No, it doesn't matter. Everyone understands football. But if you watch Counter-Strike, you go, I know what's going on.
It does matter.
Nah.
Aside, it does matter.
Well, but my point is, without any knowledge, or almost zero pre-knowledge of the game, you can see who's winning at any given moment in football. And have a reasonably good idea of who's going to score the next goal some of the time. Whereas if you watch American football, most certainly not, but if you watch Counter-Strike, you're just like, I don't know what's going on. You know, they've got, or League of Legends. This is why it really surprised me League of Legends has become so big. Is because it's not it's not even the slightest bit accessible, is it? It's very, very, you've got to be understanding League of Legends in order to watch it.
Yeah, I guess we are having these conversations over and over again, but I think in shooter games it's pretty clear that like downing people, that getting people killed is good.
Well, no, because in Counter-Strike, then you have a snitch. So if you plant the bomb, it doesn't matter how many you've killed. Like killing it.
It has to go off, and it's kind of clear. I don't know what's the bar on having clear goals if that's not clear enough.
Well, there's 2 goals. I mean, there isn't a sub-goal in football that you also get to win if you kill the enemy goalkeeper. There's one rule: get the most points in this time period. The end. Whereas, let's say, Quidditch is awful because the number of goals you score is completely irrelevant.
To me.
Well, I guess it's even terrible when it starts to matter, like when you have enough scores with the low scoring things that the Quidditch would not win the game, then it becomes different kind of stupid.
I don't think Quidditch was supposed to be rubbish. I think just not Jeremy Clarkson. J.K. Rowling needed a way for Harry to impactfully change it, and she probably hasn't done much in the way of game theory. So, fair enough.
Well, or it was intentionally obtuse. Have you heard of Mornington Crescent?
I have, yes.
Alka probably hasn't heard of Mornington Crescent.
Oh well, a friend of mine is.
The name doesn't ring a bell.
A friend of mine is very, very. Do you remember Kevin? You must know Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin.
He's
yeah.
So unbelievably famous in weird niches of the internet. But yeah, he does Mornington Crescent, and every time I go past Mornington Crescent, I take a photo of it and send it to him.
But Lemnis Gate is like Counter-Strike, but you play each of the players alone, turn by turn. For those that are concerned about that or want to know.
Mornington Crescent is or was a radio panel show game, the rules of which are never explained. And intentionally ever changing.
Oh.
But you did win it by.
But do
To
the
win it by saying Mornington
rules.
Crescent.
So,
Sorry?
sorry, just to go on. So what happened there was I was following Schalke. Schalke swerved out the way, and then suddenly there's an Izzard where Schalke was. There's nothing I could do. Sorry.
Same as usual.
That was
So I had reaction time, but you didn't have.
no, what I didn't have was line of sight. All I could see was your car. You completely covered Izzard up, and then you
I'm braking.
swerved, and then suddenly there was an Izzard going quite a lot slower because you'd obviously swerved to avoid his balls up.
Oh, this is a bit of screw up every time. Or one of the places I screw up every time. My steering feels like there's play in it today. I'm not quite sure why.
Well, I mean, while you're parked there on the grass, you could always check your dead zone settings, but they shouldn't have changed.
It wouldn't have changed.
Well, shouldn't have is never the same as hasn't.
Well, there doesn't seem to be any according to the on-screen steering wheel.
Maybe
so
it's
I'm
because
sure.
you hit the curb at high speed and knackered about your car.
No, it's more like the force feedback. This feels like it's lagging, which is weird.
So for the Crescent,
Wow.
that rule would be good.
Oh, well, you say things like, oh, well, I moved forward 6 spaces onto Washington Street, therefore, should probably onto Waterloo Station, meaning that I've now blocked Regent Square. You just kind of make stuff up, basically. But in a funny way, ideally.
Yeah, the aim is to be amusing, and then someone will say Mornington Crescent and win. And everyone just pretends to understand why, and will say like, "Oh, very, very good. You really got me there." It's
To make
very
make
silly.
it go narrative sense rather than mechanical sense.
I mean, Si, you never played Nomic with us, did you? So Nomic is
Sounds
it's
familiar.
an email game that we used to play, and it's a game where there's only one rule, and the rule is how to change the rules. And then from there, you start to say, oh, I posit a rule that there's a king, and the king gets to enact one rule and no one gets to agree on it. And people say, no, I'm not having that. So you go, okay, so there's a king, but he has to have a rule, but 3 advisors have to agree with it. So it's a game where at the very beginning of it, there's no rules apart from a rule on how to change the rules. So then you just let the game sort of evolve from there. People getting control,
Merge.
doing sneaky sort of things to progress themselves.
But the
I
difference
thought that
there
Nomic
is
was a
that it
game
sounds
type
like.
rather than a single game.
Yeah, I have a sneaky suspicion Kevin might have invented it as well.
But it sounds like the difference there is that the rules are clearly stated, and as long as they're agreed upon, then everything has to follow the rules.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's like made for rules lawyers or like being political about what the rules are and
Yes.
then using existing things to sneakily.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's possible. Oh.
I mean, when the game starts, I mean, there's no win condition, so someone has to come up with a win condition. But then they have to come up with a condition they think they can achieve. But then, if other people don't think they can do it, they won't agree in the win condition. Ooh, that's a good lap.
I sometimes look into that, and I think there's like long-running games of Nomic which become like virtual states or something, where the point is not to win, but to like operate a kind of organization based on those principles.
Yes. I mean, it feels very Dwarf Fortress with the longer ones, the older ones. Whoa, that was an interesting
Cold
shortcut.
start.
Is it? I assumed it was just somebody with a lot of protein powder wanting to set up a pyramid scheme. I do wonder if I guess it doesn't apply across the board, if the leaders of cults know that they're mental or they're just what they can get away with.
I guess it depends on the cult.
Yep, I mean, having watched Tiger King, the sex cult guy, holy fuck, what the hell? If you've not
I
seen
guess
Tiger
that's
King,
exactly what we are doing.
yeah. If you've not seen Tiger King, watch Tiger King.
Well, I think they're usually narcissists, and there's kind of 2 kinds. There's narcissists who know they can start a cult and do so, and then there's narcissists who perhaps aren't quite smart enough to realise that they're a narcissist, and they definitely won't be starting a cult.
And it can like change. One can start it for like actual reasons, and then persons that like the kind of environment or like hijack the thing. There's like a reason why people where young people congregate will attract a certain type of trouble.
Like a one man's cult is
Yeah,
another
because it's
man's
that feeling
club.
of wanting to be part of something. Yeah. Feeling of wanting to belong, which is how you end up with the Sharks and the Jets and a rumble.
What?
I said,
I can't
that's how you end up with the Sharks and the Jets and a rumble.
I can't tell if that's an American football reference or...
Have you not heard of West Side Story?
I've heard of it.
You ain't got no culture.
Well, or I have culture.
You're not coming on my pub quiz team.
Well, that's fine. Damn you, Shark. I sat on his ass for a whole lap and he didn't screw up enough. I'm awesome at pub quizzes, but not on the musical round. Son of a bitch! Oh.
Some force behind that.
I made myself sad. I rolled my card on. Where's my drink?
Time for the music round now, and this week it's Happy Hardcore. Adam's like, yes, I know this.
I'm no good at geography or history, basically. Anything else, I'm usually pretty good. The big game won. They had a round on old game controllers, and that was the time that I won the entire thing, pretty much with no one else on my team. So it was easy. So like I had most of these.
I can do that.
What's Schalke doing?
I'm doing the ditch over contact thing.
He's being sportsmanlike. I'm sure he'll catch me up.
I think he's just trying to finish the first cut. Damn it, I looked at my rearview mirror, missed the corner.
Damage mitigation is part of it.
Come on, car!
I really shouldn't have bound the VR reset button to the button next to the horn button. Because that happened.
Oh, I put mine on square, because I don't press any of the face buttons.
No.
Hey.
No.
No,
Sorry.
no.
I was trying to control.
Right, freeze
Crash.
you two. Freeze punks.
You're in the way. You don't have to give me room. What are you doing? Why are you going?
I'm going sideways.
Not you.
Crashing. Oh, I've crashed in the worst way. Ah.
Because I was changing my mind.
No, what?
One of the worst things to do.
If you get back on the road quicker than me, you go.
Yeah, I was juggling on whether it was my fault and I would keep back position, but I wasn't opening
God,
my
it's still the
mouth
first
or
lap.
doing it.
If it was your fault, but I should have swerved, but I was busy trying to stop.
Hey guys, lap 2 finally.
Oh, whoa! Okay, I'm having car trouble now.
You shouldn't swerve from people coming from behind.
No, I shouldn't try to swerve out of your way, not into you. In the end, I just went in a straight line, and that was the worst place to be. But at least you did start to say, "Oh no, I know." So I just looked at my rearview mirror and just saw you pirouetting at me. I just then made the wrong call. Yeah, you can tell the car's a bit knackered because I took the corner at the right speed and the car didn't quite make it round.
Hour of suggestion.
It's just the corner you always mess up.
No, it's too far behind me, so no.
So the Diablo servers were too busy. So
Oh, it's
you're
broken,
not doing that.
broken. I want to play it. I really like Diablo. I've played it so much. It's a nice game just to be in, and it's nice to play it on a pad because we're not playing anything I can play on a pad at the minute. But it's utterly broken at the moment. I'm sure it'll be all right by tomorrow.
That's almost like a predictable fault. And I guess that was the talk point that was like being said to the emptiness of a muted microphone.
No, I was just driving around waiting for you lot to turn up to a muted microphone. I looked at Diablo earlier, but it's just, and the internet is just, it's broken. I'm literally like, we're gonna add some more servers and reboot.
Yeah, but if the launch would happen like a random time, it would be like a smoother release rather than everybody rushing in at the first second.
Yes.
But I guess then there would be the game of being the first one to access.
Yeah, I mean, this is how they did it for Warcraft expansions. They unlocked one region an hour based on time zones. It's very simple, and that generally worked very, very, very well. There might be an
You want help?
Yes, I like this track because those chicanes, if you are just a little bit enthusiastic over them, which I was. You're on your roof, so be careful.
This track seems more sensible this way around.
Sorry, Shaq, what was that?
Like normally we drive parts of this the other way around, but this way it seems more natural.
No, this is a completely different loop to the one we normally do.
Is it?
Yeah, there is a version that joins them up as well. But this one's got really mean chicanes, which is good. Because chicanes are what you want to cut. You want to get a little bit more room. Like Izzar could have gone a foot closer safely, and 18 inches closer, but not safely. So he has to make that sort of decision. And when you decide to push it a little bit forward, making it a little bit close, like I did, car's up on its roof ski.
This seems a bit close on whether this can be closed in one lap.
I can't see you. Nah, you're too far back. Although it's us trying to take some shortcuts that didn't work.
Not really, I just don't have the skills to take the proper line.
Same effect.
Yeah. Different intent.
Oh, Shaka has caught up. If Sai screws up a corner, maybe. So there's only one corner left that you could possibly screw up on, and that's the left-hander coming up. So that left-hander there is...
Yeah, this one is finding it very difficult.
Yeah.
Annoying.
Wow, very close though. Less than a second between you.
I managed to tip the scales and not myself.
Hey. Yes, it's quite a good track. I like. Oh, I need to join before I'm allowed to vote. So
I need to restart Logitech. What's it? So bear with me. I'll be right back. Hoping that'll help.
So once your dirt ball's slowing down for this corner. Oh, yeah, it doesn't go. gonna make a note on that. That definitely doesn't work. Oh!
Also, Deathloop is out, and that has the multiplayer mode.
It's
I saw some.
one-on-one though, isn't it?
Yeah, but I saw some other streamers treating it like a deathmatch. One would go into a map and other would invade, and then they would have like deathmatch. And like it has completely different dynamics on whether the like host player is trying to do the mission or not. If they're gonna just deathmatch, then it will lose the character of what's it about.
Yeah, I did watch someone play it. I thought it was coming to Game Pass, but apparently not. But it did look rather cool, but it's something I would play it on Game Pass, but I would never drop 40 quid on it.
Yeah, and I have the syndrome that, like, if I think a game is average, then it tends to have like raving reviews, and that thing also happened with that game.
Well, I think it's because two reasons. One, it's a very narrative-driven game, and there are some people who really like that. And two, it is a PS5 exclusive, and people will crow about a PS5 exclusive because it's a PS5 exclusive. And PC, yeah.
So exclusive, like, only regards to consoles?
Yes.
That's
I
not
don't
how I
see where this
understand
crowing is.
exclusive, but okay.
That, well,
Where's this crowing happening?
What? Crowing?
Where is this crowing happening? You just said that people crow about the fact that it's a PS5 exclusive, and I'm asking you where that's happening.
Eurogamer forums are always a good place. In large amounts of rabid fanboys back and forth. I mean, Metacritic.
It's just kind of irrelevant, though, isn't it? You've obviously got a lot of PlayStation fans and Xbox fans put them together.
Cancel each
That's
other out.
exactly the sort of thing they're gonna disappear up their own arseholes. Well, my game's running a low frame rate. I don't know why.
Well, I mean, that's the thing about what's happening recently is Microsoft and Sony are buying up a lot of medium to large developers. So Sony just bought Insomniac. So that's Ratchet and Clank, Spider-Man, and Naughty Dog. So that's Last of Us. And that's some very, very good purchasing. Microsoft again buying up a lot of studios. If anyone's listening, I prefer Microsoft, but I will sell my soul to Sony with no issues whatsoever. I'm not proud. Check, is my reverse light on?
Something red is on your back.
Oh, God, we're going. That was not a good time to mess around seeing if the cars have a reverse light. I don't see it as a Schalke.
Better than most.
Oh! That was an excitingly unsafe maneuver.
Yeah. I think we were both barging on that.
I definitely had overlap with you, but possibly get over. I had overlap with you, but I'm not sure about with Sai.
Yeah.
So that was an interesting one. I was actually full lock to the right then, trying to stay off, and the car still slid to the middle of the track because the left-hand tyres had traction, and the right-hand ones didn't. Whoopsie! Locked the wheels up. Drove up the cliff, drove back down again. This track is deceptively open. I keep running wide on it.
I'm not. Do I squish? I don't squish.
That's just another way of saying on your left.
Yeah, but maybe a little less pressuring. Presupposes that I would be in the wrong should it happen.
Yeah, it's a bit more conciliatory than on your left.
Which is not exactly fighting words.
I mean, I feel like I'm always going to have the same reaction to people saying that, which is, so, deal with it. Put yourself there. Avoid me, bitch.
If you drive into them...
Don't bite, Adam, come on.
Well, that's the point. We don't want you driving into us. Oh, no. Oh, got it on 2 wheels, saved it. Got it on 2 wheels again, saved it again. I am a professional. Oh, dear. I have a physics issue. Oh my god. The car's front has got such hard suspension, it took about 10 seconds for the car to stop bouncing. I don't think my suspension works in the front anymore. Oh dear, I've broken my suspension. Every time I brake, my wheels, I think, are intersecting with my car. Going, rah, 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 rah. Yeah, my front wheels aren't round anymore. So this is where rallying is better than this, because in rallying, you always want to finish. No matter how long you take, you definitely want to finish, because you get points towards the championship for that.
Is there like a big failure rate, or is it like a big chunk of the score to finish?
In rallying, your time, sorry, I can't describe how broken my car is easily. In rallying, it's how quickly you do it. But if you don't finish, you get like, an hour added to your time. And at a stage that should take you 10 minutes, and a broken car, half an hour. So you always want to finish if that is an option.
Yeah.
But that's why you see rally drivers, like they'll drive no matter what. If the car moves, it's going. They've got 2 wheels left, it's going. Which makes for some fantastic footage. Okay, I am going to try pitting in. Like, the car is still going forwards, but only just. How do I like this track? The pit's very short.
J-word.
Well, I am just going to pit it. You're allowed to use the J-word about your own tasks. That's always fine. I'm just going to do that. Hopefully you've made a good examination of how difficult the task is. I've also noticed while it's fixing your car, it's not putting fuel in. It puts fuel in afterwards. Now it's refueling, you bastards. Oh no, that's reset head position, not speed limiter. My car is less broken. Amazing. And I immediately screw up the first corner.
By calling it a corner.
So I can immediately screw up the first turn. I still need to look that up.
I did look up that, or how the Blackwood turns are numbered. But there's an official way to refer to it.
Oh, they've probably all got names. Like, I can tell you that the main straight at Silverstone is called a Hangar Straight, and I think that's pretty much the only racing thing I can name in the whole of the UK. The corkscrews at Laguna Seca, And that's it. I think I can think of any others. So I haven't
Their own names, like the squirrely bit.
Yes, you're not officially. So you're doing an official race, so you can't say he crashed at the squirrely bit.
So we can come up with our own names for them.
We can.
Not we can come up with official names for them.
I see. Well, we could maybe if we get everyone to adopt it. Okay, so can I take a shortcut here? No, that shortcut also. Oh my god, that's not. That's not how physics. Seriously, when you finish the race in this, don't slow down or after your last and just hit the chicane at full speed. It's hilarious. Well, I did awfully then. Such an excellent start. And
if you hit the chicane at full speed, so you get a kick on the right wheels and then on the left wheels. If you go fast enough, do they cancel out and you end up going flat again?
Yes, but there's a possibility that your suspension
You end
went
up going up.
Yeah, but your suspension might have gone up and not come back down again.
You get it just right, just like at the resonant frequency. Can you make it through unscathed?
I'll let you know. For some reason I can't see Si. There he is.
Behind the accident you two are about to have.
Ah, good.
Get him, Schalke.
This one's definitely worth slowing down for. But I think this one you can take flat out. Yeah, with a little bit of
Aim.
luck. And I think both of those are flat out. Yeah, looks like it. And then this one's definitely not. That's a note to Schalke.
I am on board.
Someone's joined voice chat.
I really wish I could. Yeah, there was probably one if there's a Discord overlay for VR. It's
Can
Tad.
you suspend all the things?
It would just be nice to have the little Discord.
Madness of
Yeah,
purpose.
There's Steam VR add-ons, aren't there?
Yes. Though to be fair, I'm not using Steam VR. I should do. I keep meaning to try out my G2, see how that runs this compared to the Q2.
Watch someone using that headset that costs a few grand and you have to subscribe to annually the other day, playing Microsoft Flight Simulator, and he's a bit of a connoisseur and he's got a Quest 2 and a G2 and everything, and he was actually lost for words on his stream, and his jaw was sort of slack-jawed. He was saying, "This is unbelievable." They were calling it like human eye resolution, I don't know, 72 pixels per degree or something like that.
The problem with
It's very
that
nice.
is, I mean, the G2 is already to a resolution where I can't run it on my 3080. Now 3090
Yeah, but that's just a temporary
SMI.
problem.
Yeah, but this is the thing. I'm saying in the motion platform group I'm in, it's a different level of spend on gaming. They're like, you know, can I put 4 3090s in my rig? What's faster than this? And we're like, nothing. And people,
Life is a temporary problem.
might be a problem for you.
Very bleak.
If that new Intel graphics cards are going to do anything.
Well, apparently they're going to be very good, which makes me wonder if the simulation's breaking down again.
I heard that.
We'll see. I have zero loyalty. It's just
Well,
that,
they're not or strung up by legacy hardware.
well, neither is anybody else. Like, it has to be compatible with DirectX. Other than that, whatever.
They aren't?
No. As long as it runs DirectX.
Oh, I thought
you're
it was
fine.
more than that,
Oh,
but fair enough.
wheel off the track. No, I'm stopping and it's not doing it. No, messed that up. But I said I've no loyalty to Team Green. It's just that Nvidia have always put out the fastest cards with the best features, and have done for 12 years. Because my last AMD was a 7990X, which was the fastest card I could get, and it was superb. And since then, Nvidia have been at the forefront of VR, Nvidia have been at the forefront of stuff like DLSS. They're just better. More expensive, but you know, when I'm buying a video card, it's, you know, I'm having it for at least 18 months. You know, I don't care about saving
Investment that's going to last a while.
Yeah, I don't care about saving 50 or 100 quid. I'd rather buy a slightly more expensive one and have it last a few months longer.
Where's Esme at a bitch at you when we need her?
Well, I am going to be moving to the Intel 11 series with that, because that's the first CPUs with DDR5. So that should see a substantial performance benefit. Other than that, right now I'm running. I upgraded my computer to the best CPU that will fit in that socket. But there is a better generation, but it's just not worth going to. Yeah, for 5% or whatever.
Yet.
Well, no, there is no better. I mean, this thing. The next generation, the 11th or 12th gen, they will have DDR support, and that DDR5. 12th. Yeah, I think I've got a 10th, and now there's 11th now and 12th. Why am I following you, Schalke?
Because I'm first,
Yeah, but
and you're behind.
yes, but you went off, so I decided to follow you because I'm an idiot.
You're counting on defeating the details.
Ah, so those chicanes are quite low. Okay.
How close are you two? Couple seconds?
Closing. About interaction distance.
Less than a second. A bit more than a second now, but less than a second. 0.99. Tad, I will warn you, the curbs on this are evil, and we've rolled the cars quite a lot.
Oh yeah, I've flipped several times.
Be good. No. I'm having...
I'm not too worried about jumping back to the pit.
I do have to remember, this is front-wheel drive, so putting your foot down and steering extra hard does help. Can I take... Yeah! Come on my wheels!
Don't keep it on the front wheels.
Well... So this is what I love about VR. I can just look out the window when I've... Can you put me the right way up, Shaka? That'd be wonderful.
Do I know how to physics this?
Hit me from the roof. Boink! Oh, is Si gonna... Oh, you didn't do the chicane at full speed.
No.
If it's possible, you could probably knock like 8 seconds off your lap time. Where's my drink? And well done, Tad.
I've not got my Guardian on, that's what it was last time. Not doing the position tracking.
Oh. You are.
Shows how much I move my head, doesn't it?
I am also test driving a Honda E next week as well, which I look forward to. Even though it's one of the worst on the market for range, it looks fantastic and it's full of cool gadgets, so I want to have a go in it.
Might have to restart because I just need a second to set my
Entrance, you say?
Oh yes. It doesn't have wing mirrors, Tad. It's got cameras and screens for aerodynamic efficiency. But
Getting overlap on DJ.
Uh-huh.
Giving it.
Oh, there we go. Relative position to choose that as well.
Yeah. But what it's mostly got is a shitty battery.
Oh no.
But it's a city car, but I just don't have any need for a city car because I don't commute. Like if I'm doing a city distance thing, I usually take my bike.
Now I'm pointing at the wall.
Yes, bit of an odd
You'll be
spot.
fine. Probably.
Yeah, you seem to be just fine to me, Tad. Like no issues. Your ping looks absolutely spot on in the little.
I'm parallel the DJ.
But better not risk it.
I think I managed to not ram. And no luck needed for that at all.
Wow, you'd have to go so much slower to get 2 cars abreast through that. Abreast.
Mm.
Oh, there's skid marks here already.
Practice.
Fuck.
You went fuck, and then your car just went upwards.
I escaped somehow.
Hopefully Shaka got that from a good point of view.
Yeah, that is decent.
Let's do that. Oh my god, my car is broken.
Yes, that happens when you hit the wall at that speed.
It's
Mhm.
fine.
It is in fact a car and not, for example, a plane.
Well, yeah.
Now I play the meta game of working out how the car is broken and what compensation I need to apply to
And the
still
pits
drive.
is incredibly short on this track, so you could just pop in there.
Where are they?
Right by
Yeah,
me.
I like that.
The left-hander, the last left-hander.
Right by
just
the
about,
pickoff.
yeah, just before the start line? Over the start line? Just before the start line, yeah. They straddle the start line. There you
Yeah.
go.
It's a very interesting
Whoops.
track. Not gonna lie.
Well, it's good because it's got chicanes, and you can take chicanes in a number of different ways, emphasising the risk. And the best thing is, if you screw it up, it's not a dead end, it just flips the car off at an exciting angle.
Mostly upside down, being that angle.
If you hit it harder, you'll flip it 360 and be back on your wheels.
So you're saying take the corners even harder than you should. Yeah.
Oh, that's not my personal best. Oh, okay. Where's my personal best? Basically that. So as we showed when we did the looking at the forces on the car, be aware that if you do bounce up a curb, you will upset the car. Not as in it's sad, but as in all the wheels aren't firmly settled on the ground, and that can be very bad.
You sure?
Well, I mean, you'll be upset. But think of it as unsettled. You're gonna wait for the
It's Thursday. Usually upset.
forces to settle down. It's like in F1, like you can use the curbing, but it's dangerous to do so. Oh, that felt like a good lap. Every time it feels like a good lap, it's not. Every time I get a personal best, it's a surprise. It was a good lap. Now, if only,
That always happens.
if only Schalke was just significantly more distant in my rearview mirror, it'd be brilliant.
Versus, I was doing so good. Oh well.
You were doing well. Superman does good. You do well.
Chalk that up to an Americanism.
Yeah, but you should learn from your mistakes.
But I haven't said anything wrong.
You did. You said
Syntax is weird for you.
I'm doing good. No, that's wrong even for America. You do not do good. Superman does good. You do well.
Nope.
Yes. It might be. It's a colloquialism, but it's not a grammatically correct colloquialism. Not even in America.
It's on what part of America? I'm gonna call that one a southern thing.
No. I have literally seen. Holy sh!
This grass is nasty.
Look at Schalke's lap time.
Look at DJ's counting skills.
Bugger.
Wow.
It said first 5 out of 5, so I'm like, yay! I came first on the last lap. I know, I've definitely seen it in television and memes with that exact line. You're doing well. Superman is doing good.
Let's not make it over here because it would just piss everybody off. Like, what do you mean?
Well, no, it's not a Britishism. Like, it's definitely.
It would make everyone pissed.
No, I'm not saying it is. I mean, you're right. You're absolutely right. But I've never, ever heard anybody say that. It's just, you're doing good.
Why is it when you piss off an American, they get pissed? Because when we get pissed,
well,
it means something different.
What happens if you piss on an American? They also get pissed.
But British people don't like making a fuss. Oh.
Yeah, but if you piss
British
off,
people don't like making a fuss.
if you piss off or
Those
piss,
strongly worded letters are about.
if you piss off or piss on an American, they get pissed. So Schalke, as a non-native English speaker, I have some questions for you. And it's about animals. You know animals, right?
Somewhat.
Cool. What's bullshit?
You want me to explain the English word, or do you want to have the Finnish equivalent?
No, I want the what is bullshit in English? What does bullshit mean? If I said that is bullshit.
Bull is an animal descended from Auracus.
No, what's bullshit?
Excrement is.
No, if you said that's bullshit, you're very rarely talking about shit that came out of a bull, are you? Or are you?
I guess the figurative thing is that somebody's talking something that doesn't hold its place well.
Okay, so
it's
what?
Either a fabrication or in blatant disregard for the truth.
Okay, so what's horseshit?
That's more for that's more for false things rather than disregard for the truth.
Okay, what's batshit?
That is so extreme that it is on the verge of sanity.
Cool. What about apeshit?
That is primitive, or that talks to like primal instincts, exciting or like heart pumping.
You've done surprisingly well. Yes.
I would say perfect.
Yeah,
4 out of 4.
Well, apart from your counting, there was 8 of them, and I can't remember the other 3.
How many did you just do? Bullshit, horseshit, apeshit, and
Batshit and dogshit.
You didn't say dog shit.
Yes, he did. Dogshit means it's not very good.
Yeah,
that was the third one.
Yeah, I didn't do that.
Well, maybe I did it in my head then. There's
I think you did 4.
There's a couple of others. It amazes me how many is, and they don't have particularly similar meanings. And there's also bollocks and the bollocks and the dog's bollocks, and I love that. It's just weird.
You did bullshit, horseshit, apeshit, and batshit.
I also meant to do dog shit. I think I had it lined up in my head.
Right.
There are some
bullshit that I can't count. It's you that can't count.
Are there any more? I can't. There are more. Frog shit's not one. Cat shit isn't.
That shit's the worst kind of shit.
I think in philosophy, bullshit is like an actual term of art.
Schalke, what's the join on MT rule again?
Bullshit.
So I
Yeah,
too,
that was very bad. Sorry for that.
No, I could have given you a bit more room if I glanced, but I didn't.
Yeah, no, but I didn't even think about it. I was just in my own world. So
AI4 is to use your mirrors. After incident, the aftermath, the fallout.
Well, in that case, what happened is I slid on, bonked into me gently, which sent him off on the grass and just helped my corner.
yeah, it was too close to the start for my liking as well. Rubbish.
I did suggest a restart, but no one joined in.
Oh,
No, I don't want to restart now. I'm in first place. No, I am happy to restart.
Alright, let's restart then. I'll take it. Dipshit.
Wait, who did I pass?
Dipshit, yeah.
that is for low intelligence, or
You just say the dip isn't an animal.
Just as I'm flipping around.
It's not an animal. No, are there any others?
I guess those are very used, so I would I'm naturally exposed so much that I'm not probably far off from a native. And everybody is on part of the internet culture nowadays.
No, I am honestly surprised at those vernaculars, because you don't really hear ape shit very often, or batshit. We might say batshit. I think Max likes to say batshit, but ape shit is like going ape shit's quite a substantially more unusual one.
Served for the most angry of people.
Yes. No, too fast, too fast. I'm still at racing speed. Oh, I can't take this corner. No, this. Oh, fuck.
You are calling that joining on empty?
No. So this thing, I'm on grass at this point, and I'm like, what can I do? Nothing. I can just slip on the inside of the corner. Oh, they put tires there. Technically, I was still in front. Just not for long.
Yeah, but I think you lose your right of way when you are on the grass and wiped out.
I wasn't wiped out. I was merely taking an extra long corner.
I am not going to dodge people trying to pass me on the grass or anything like that.
But I joined at a spectacularly high rotational velocity.
And I'm surprised by my non-flinchingness.
So you flying was real.
In that case, yes it is. Yeah, I got 2 wheels off, couldn't grip, got 2 more wheels off, and then I'm doing 110, 120 on the grass with not much grip.
Were you trying to bleed off speed?
And this is the difficult thing. If you don't apply any power, your car will pretty much go in a straight line. You have so little grip. If you brake, you'll make it worse. To a degree, all you can do is point the front wheels the way you want them, apply a little bit of power, and hope, yeah, my car's fucked. Good.
Yeah, but
grief.
it seemed that you kept up the speed rather than trying to bleed it off.
Yeah, but I mean, all I can do is coast. But when you're coasting on a slippery surface, you don't have very much friction. You'll slide for a long, long way. It's horrible. I mean, if you've ever been on a skid pan...
Yeah, this grass is nasty on this map.
If you're on a skid pan, you realise that your choices are limited, and sometimes it's just, hopefully I can keep the front of the car pointed towards the front when I eventually hit something, which I will.
Yep, there's a skid pan right next to my office. Come and have a go on that.
Oh, really? Have you got a kick
Yeah.
plate?
That's where we do all the skid pan training.
We hired out the fantastic skid pan at Silverstone. It's for the Porsche thing. So when you buy an expensive Porsche, you get to have a go on the skid pan. So they've got like long slopes with water running down there, and a skid pan with a kick plate. And what that does, you drive onto the skid pan at 20 miles an hour, whatever, and it simulates a slippery surface, and more or less it simulates you losing a tyre. So what it does was, it doesn't apply much force, but as you drive past, it's just it just punches your back tyre and puts your car into a flat spin. And it's fantastic. It's really superb. Unfortunately, the guy who was doing it, so we borrowed an MR2, which is a rear-engined, rear-wheel drive car, so we could get some recordings without too much engine in it. So he went onto the skid pan, and the kick plate spins the car, and he spins off, and then you're supposed to go around the outside of the skid pan on the way back. He didn't. He just turned around and drove back, and he came within 2 feet of taking out the little guard hut where the bloke is that pressed the kick brake button. And there's nothing you can do. We just watched this car pirouette down the skid pan for 300 yards. There's absolutely nothing you could do.
Now, when you say it punches the back tire, is there like an Acme boxing glove on a spring, or?
It's not quite. It's more like a plank with some.
Because that would
rubber
be
on it.
incredibly amusing.
But I mean, this was Porsche. This was very posh. I nicked the sugar. They had little Porsche branded sugar, so I nicked a bunch of sachets. I mean,
So they skipped the punching glove for something a little more sophisticated looking,
I mean, this is the place.
despite that being exactly what it is.
Yeah, this is the place you go there when you bought like your £250,000 GT spec Porsche, and you wanted to be taught how to use it properly under extreme conditions.
This sand trap's evil.
Good. Stay there. I need to not come in last.
I don't think there's a chance I'm getting out of this. Yeah, you're done. Oh, I'm done. Why is the sand so bad? Like, is sand really like that?
Yeah, and a front-wheel drive
Is it
lightweight
because
car?
we're on racing
Yes.
slicks?
I don't think we're on.
On your
slicks?
toes.
If they're not slicks, they're damn close.
I mean, you could choose the rallycross setup and then just drive on the sand and see how it goes for you.
I didn't see the only one. It doesn't have a rallycross option.
Maybe that only appears
Pre-built.
when we're on the rallycross courses.
No, it's specific cars that have it.
Oh.
This isn't it. I think it's the other Mini.
We're not in a Mini, we're in the Corsa. Oh god. I've gone too fast around so many corners today. Oh, well this might be a very short stream. My Quest 2's battery is low. Really? But I had it plugged in.
Oh no!
Specifically.
Is this the bad connector again?
No, I think I worked out what that was. When I was charging it in the week, I forgot to plug in my powered hub, so it was charging it at 500 milliamps, not 3 amps.
Oh.
But still, I'm running off
Where's your
a PCI plugged-in USB socket with power delivery 3, and it runs directly off of Merlux and the power supply. There is zero reason it should not be able to negotiate enough power. And yet... if it does go flat, I'll just go to 2D. I will be looking left and...
Don't you have like 5 different headsets?
Yeah, but I've only got the Oculus stuff installed on this computer. Has an impressive finish, Si, well done.
Also, I didn't hit it quite as straight as I wanted because you've got to turn towards it, haven't you?
Sorry, Leonis, I completely missed the messages. My config. I don't think I've changed it, to be honest. Full strength is cranked up really high. Wheel tone is 900. Compensation is off. Other than that, it's pretty much standard. I'm not running a car config. I'm running an 11-bit handbrake, as you can see down there, which I never use because I'm terrible.
It's to 11 though.
So there you go.
Did you say wheel turn compensation is 0? Because
1.
I've got it on 1,
One.
which is the right hand end.
Yeah, that means that means it's fully linear. There's no messing around, I think. Sorry, I've got my VR headset on and I don't look at the chat often enough, so I do apologise. But yeah, no custom setup, and it's just a G29 wheel. You know, middle of the range, bottom of the range, the top of the bottom of the range. Oculus 2 headset, which is decided not to charge quickly enough, and DOF Reality H3, which I've decided I am going to upgrade to a H6. That's going to be my finishing Eden present to myself.
Nice.
Well, assuming it ever finishes.
Then who's gonna do all the patches for the rest of the game's life?
I'm not currently contracted to do that. Ari has suggested that if there is something that needs to be fixed, what he'll do is he'll talk to me for a couple of hours. I'll charge him for that, and then he'll implement it. I'm like, how can I describe? This is like going to your Ferrari
Long
garage.
distance support for life.
Well, it's like going to your Ferrari garage, going, hello, I'd like to know how to change the head gasket on my Ferrari, them describing it, and then you go away doing it. That's how not well that is going to work. It's too complicated, it really is.
That sounds a lot like being able to tell him what he should do and then not having to do it.
The problem is that I am unlikely to be able to describe the issue. Without being mean, it is beyond his skill set. The stuff I have written is the pinnacle of 20 years of professional games code. Yeah. Upset my balance there. It's the pinnacle of my 20 years of game development. Ari has no skill in this area whatsoever, and
Not to brag or anything.
I'm not saying I'm good, I'm saying I'm old. And that is
No, you're allowed to brag.
Does that mean that you like auto-obfuscate all your code? Because you always do the state-of-the-art thing?
No, but because this is a heavily multi-threaded game with some extremely complicated rendering techniques to get the most out of Unity. It's fundamentally complicated, so it's like having looked at, you know, an electric motor, gone, oh, that's simple, and then you suddenly take apart a V12, going, this is a lot more complicated. I've completely broken my car here again.
No.
But my point is that there's a limit to what I can describe about how, like, there are some bugs in the game where I would estimate potentially 40 hours of my time to investigate and fix those bugs. Yeah, they are a week-long bug. I also cannot guarantee at the end of those weeks I haven't introduced new bugs, and I've already had to have that discussion today, just simply saying to Ari, no, I know you want to write that code, no, I'm not letting you write it, because it can introduce new bugs. We're at the point where we're so close to shipping that you cannot implement anything at all, because of the knock-on effects. In Burnout 3, if you played networked and there were 8 of you and you all boosted within a second of each other, within about 200 meters of each other, the game hard locked because there's a bug, and it's my bug. And the worst thing is, I had the fix on my computer. And my lead looked at it, and we were not confident enough that fix had no knock-on effects. So we didn't fix it, and that's what you have to do with commercial software. You have to make a judgment call about what point you only fix known issues, and what's risky and what's not. And I'm afraid you won't get that experience.
But with Eden, is item...
Is what, sorry?
With Eden, when you mine something, is it network synced?
Yeah. Wait, what do you mean, is it network synced? What does that mean?
Interesting.
What do you mean by is it network synced?
Every time I dug up something, it's supposed to drop something, right?
No, yeah, but it goes straight into your inventory.
I never got any of it.
Pretty sure you did.
I don't know if it was because the packets never got anywhere,
Doesn't
or
matter. Even if that is the case,
then I don't know where the inventory is to find it.
Are you in creative or combat though?
I tried both.
I mean, the thing to do is to rejoin on the combat server and just type /inventory and it will list all of your inventory automatically. But even if your client didn't see you picking it up on run A, it doesn't matter, the server knows you picked it up. This is still something I have failed to hammer through,
stuff that
even after
when I got
over a
killed.
year, is that this is a client-server architecture. So it was today a question about how the inventory worked. I'm like, dude, it's on the server. There's nothing on the client at all. The client is just a mirror of what's on the server. I don't know how to say this. I don't know why you are asking me after 67 weeks on this project the questions like this. The game runs on the server. The client just renders the game.
Which is why it's so tiny, which I can appreciate.
Really? No, I mean it's tiny because there's not a lot of content in it.
It was like 2 gigs.
Yeah, it's because there's not a lot of content.
Well, that too. But...
Like writing gameplay doesn't take a lot of room, but there's only. I'm actually surprised it is that small. But there's 45 of everything: 45 armor sets, 45 weapons, 45 guns, 45 shields, 45 swords, 45 helmets. And that's it.
Wow. Very impressive. That's a good starting amount of content.
It's got more than Valheim's got, but you know, it just unfortunately I've been firefighting since about January, so I haven't gotten on. I wasn't supposed to be writing the game. I was supposed to be writing the engine, and all the people who are supposed to be writing the game have left the project or stopped working on that and left their shit in a broken state. So I've been fixing their stuff up for genuinely 6 months. So that's hurt the quality of the project a lot.
Can we switch cars?
Can do. What would you like?
The one right next to it, the what, FGO?
There isn't an FGO, so not that one.
What's it called? FXR. FXO GTR. But its 3-letter code is FXR.
We can do the FXR, yeah? Is that the rear-wheel drive
Love
one?
this car.
On a tight track?
Yeah. Yeah, this is gonna be so much fun. We're gonna crash so bad.
Oh, you want the FXR? That's a GT car. That's definitely a step up from this one. But it does have ignition cut.
It's there. Okay, there we go.
So is this turbo? Yes. I have to say, this has the laggiest turbo. I've never seen. This has got a turbo like a truck. You put your foot down, that's 2, 3, 4 seconds to full boost. Like, I've seen cars do that. You see like little teeny, like Seat Cupras, like these ones. They've got enormous truck turbos on. So I'm sure they've got plenty of boost, as long as you don't mind waiting several seconds for it to come on. Like the Scooby hits boost pressure in, I don't know, a third of a second or something. You don't even see it. It just, it's there.
You gotta be careful with those big turbos, though.
Oh yeah, they'll blow the engine.
Someone was trying to work on a Bradley and didn't put the turbo cover on. No, he'd lost all his fingers because his hand got sucked into the turbo.
Oh wow.
But everyone was expecting that guy to do that. He wasn't very smart. Like, those safety regulations are there for a reason.
Bit fast, Had.
Thank you for proving them.
Join on empty.
I guess he can't see whether it's full or not.
No, his ping looks fine today.
I was hoping that just sticking to the edge of the way I was.
That's on the drive line.
Jesus.
I'm gonna speed run this corner. Oh, it's not that fast.
We lose somebody.
I think Izzard is currently AFK. I don't know what we're going to do in Carrier Command now. We've tried the PvP, which was briefly fun, though you can one-shot people, so it's not that fun. We keep beating the enemy carrier.
I would think like speed run, have 2 crews and have like a time trial of capturing islands.
But they're different islands, so that's not much of a time trial, is it?
They are statistically similar, but...
Well,
yeah.
no, they're completely different. I mean, they're all islands, but one with ship-based defense. If you don't have torpedoes, you can't do.
I guess there's no option to force it to be symmetrical. But
Not that I've seen. Even if there is, I mean, as long as the unlocks are symmetrical too. Because if I get the gun ammo straight off, and you don't get torpedoes for 10 islands, then, you know, I'll have a definite advantage.
I guess the islands are shared, and the
wonder
option
if the
of
Switch
trying to
version-
rush the torpedo island.
Man, I'm gonna have to buy a Switch. Shit.
Why?
But not till Christmas.
You mean a Nintendo Switch or... for your-
Advanced Wars.
Oh, yeah. Nah.
Yes. Oh. That makes a good point too.
Like, I love Advance Wars, but then I looked at that and went...
They updated all the sprites, and I'm like, but why?
Yeah.
Why would you do that? Like, okay, but why?
It's getting to the point where I feared that the gaming industry for the next 500 years will just be rehashing popular games every 10 to 20 years.
So Nintendo's way ahead of the curve.
Yeah,
Why is that happening?
because nostalgia is a strong force. So I've played Destroy All Humans. I love Destroy All Humans. One of my definitely
A
one of my
strong
favourite
force on
games.
people's wallets.
I played Destroy All Humans on back compat on my Xbox One, and that's the original Xbox game running at 4K. Great fun, enjoyed it. Now it's on Game Pass, but this is the fully remastered one, running at 4K 6 with up-to-date Unreal Engine stuff. So I'm playing it again because I really like the game, and I'm replaying a game that is the same game that I already know and love. It's just prettier, over playing new games. And Diablo 2 is another example. I'd rather play that than Path of Exile.
So is there not game design progressing that the game mechanics would be outdated?
I mean, Diablo 2 does feel like it has some...
There was nothing wrong with the game mechanics.
Well, Diablo 2 does feel like it's old in some ways, yes. But game mechanics, to a great degree, stagnated with the release of GTA 3. That was the real game changer. What was, you know, a 3D open world was just mind-boggling. I just couldn't believe that it could be done. And really, that was the last paradigm shift, was the PS2. And I guess you got...
That's kind of sad,
Well,
but
I mean,
might be the case.
Rifts Apart was it's showing off what you can do with the PS5's SSD, but it doesn't really change the game. They could have done it without it. VR does have some fantastic shit that you really couldn't do in 2D, but it's not... they're not paradigm shifts, really.
Yeah, I guess the paradigm has been like get better graphics, and it's more like graphics based and not like actual game rules and game mechanics based
Yeah.
progression.
Well, the problem you have is if you, as I said earlier, with something like Counter-Strike, it's very easy to overcomplicate a game. So you end up with too much. I mean, shoot 'em ups are the best example of this. So shmups initially, let's say 100 million people played shmups, and then they had to appeal to people with their new shmup, but they weren't appealing to new players, they were appealing to the ones that had beaten their old one. So over the years, the shmup community just got smaller and smaller and smaller and less accessible. Like, I play modern shmups going, what am I supposed to do? Because they're expecting you to have been playing them through the progression for the last 20 years.
Do you mean Toho?
Yeah, Toho sort of stuff, yeah. Bullet hell. And they
I'm just saying in general, Toho.
Yeah.
It's the definitive for what is actually going on with shumps.
Yeah, but they've unfortunately shrunk their audience. Whereas Warcraft realised, and Diablo 3, what you need to do is you need to go game, more hardcore, and then less hardcore. Because you need the new people. And Doom Eternal. Doom was great. I love Doom. I love Doom Eternal. And then Doom Eternal was a lot harder than Doom.
It was awesome.
And then the DLC, you're like, what are you doing? Who is this aimed at? Like, I completed Doom Eternal on Nightmare. I'm down to I'm Too Young to Die on the DLC, just going, what are you doing? Why is this so hard? So you have the issue that you can't continually make games more and more complicated because you are losing the new players. I mean, it was fascinating, because my mum loves DDR, she can cope with that, she loves Gran Turismo, but I had to get through the menus, because she does not understand the concept of nested menus, because they don't exist anywhere outside of computer games. I mean, it's odd, you've gone silent, by the way, that's on purpose.
No.
Okay.
Oh, nested menus. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I got you.
But that's like a room
You got it.
with a filing
Which
cabinet.
this is the normal song list,
Yeah.
and then here's all the songs in that. Yeah.
Well,
I
no,
gotcha.
in this game, you've got the main menu, then you go multiplayer, then join, then choose a track, choose a car. So you're nesting downwards, you can go up to the previous one. But there's no real world analog, unless you go a house, a room, a filing cabinet, a folder, a page within that folder.
We're going to change track at some point.
Can do. I only changed car because Tad asked me to.
Oh yes, change car.
Do you think you've mastered this one? Join an empty!
No, just fancy a change. Sorry. Very concentrating.
Yay. Instead of
okay.
uninformative things, we can say what's wrong. And instantly inform what could have been.
What, are you doing poetry right now?
No, what DJ was saying, join on empty! When he was being rammed from outside the track.
I should have said it earlier though.
Did you slam night at the racetrack?
Yeah, again, I was just thinking about a different track.
It's a very interesting track, I'll give it that.
I like it. I like the, there's so many chicanes, and they will screw you up. And that means
wrong
that
with it,
when you
but-
start pushing a little bit harder,
I don't like all the gravel.
scope for
Jesus.
error is brilliant. I like that. Oh, this car has downforce, so you can crank it across those chicanes, and the car is happy to do something a lot quicker than the oops daisy. The last car. No, I'm out. This does not move on gravel.
Yeah, that gravel is evil.
Yeah, this one's definitely got slicks. But yeah, I would like to see. I'd like to see some more original games, but as I said, and I said this back in Fortcraft days, people don't want new and original games. Because if they did, EA would crank out original game after original game after original game. They want a game they know and understand, just done slightly better.
Did you mean Call of Duty?
Why are you assuming that EA would be able to do the right thing?
Because they've got money. and they don't release games that don't make money.
Yeah.
EA don't release
This
bad
might be-
games. EA's just released stuff.
It's alright.
Go on, is that?
Well, this might be a bit short-sighted, but when it comes to non-VR games, I'm not saying there's nothing left to innovate, but kind of like it's all sort of been done
Yes.
as well. So, like, everything's just a remix. Whereas I still feel like there's VR has got potential for some kind of gameplay no one's ever thought of before.
So without touch controls, VR is pretty much just a 3D monitor. But you can move the camera around nicely, but there's not much there. It's the motion controls that do make it, though. You know, sword and shield, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I feel like there's plenty of room to explore what the dynamic world can do, but I don't know what I'm thinking, why it's being held back.
A dynamic world? What do you mean by that?
Word.
Dynamic
Like,
world?
I'm counting movies and books and such to be static word, and the interactive media being the dynamic word.
Well, I mean, it's all very well to say, oh, we can definitely do more, but the only response to that is like what? And then you go, I don't know.
Yeah,
Well,
that's what I think. As well.
I think films could be better. Could they? How? I don't know.
Yeah, I agree.
But this is why we do seem to be in this cycle of every 10 years or so, popular games get remade. Hence Destroy Humans 2, which I'm like, yeah, you know what, I might grab that, because... personal best of
I guess a single game title has like... It makes sense to tutorialize player to that game, but making like players be able to play new games, then there's no financial incentive to train up or breed up a culture of gamers.
Yeah,
I feel really jaded about gaming and everything that comes along. I give it like such a short shrift, and like this, like a new game came out, Kena or something. Everyone's talking about in the last few days. I watched a few minutes of gameplay. I'm like, yeah, looks like every other game. And I'm probably guilty of not giving them enough time or trying them, which was Chalker's point in chat the other day about reviewing something without even having played it.
Yeah.
But it's rare for a game to come along that, to me, feels so different to anything I've played before that I really sink my teeth into it. And I can think of a couple off the top of my head. The Witness, I know that is just a puzzle game and a walking simulator, but I found it so like different to anything I'd played before. It was a bit like Myst, I suppose.
Myst, yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, but it still had some kind of atmosphere to it. Anyway,
I like The Room.
Embracing.
The atmosphere of The
Witness...
Witness...
I know, people rave about The Room, yeah.
Isn't the atmosphere of The Witness pretty much Thomas was alone, though? With the narrator going...
Well, Witness has like a game mechanic-like things also going for it.
Yeah.
At least I think it can become brought to that, but...
I don't know, it just kept me like thinking about it even when I wasn't playing it, so I like that. What else? Oh yeah, well, SnowRunner.
Yeah.
I know SnowRunner's like a mishmash of ideas that have been done to death elsewhere, but there's something about that game that is just so like Moorish.
SnowRunner, because we played MudRunner on stream and we did like it. We played it for 3 streams and we ran out of content. And then SnowRunner came out and I was like, nah. So I pirated it and I played it for about 10 minutes and I just came back going, yes, this game is brilliant. It's basically, it's an MMO quest game in trucks with superb physics and great graphics. And I'm like, that's amazing.
Yeah, your review should just be yes.
Yeah.
I play it frequently with a friend, and we're working our way all through the main game. And the game is at its best when you both fuck up and you get yourself. Because I'm always saying to him, don't recall your vehicle, because he always sort of wants to go, oh, I've fallen over, I'm going to recall. I'm like, no, don't do that. Let's try and get you out of there. And then the fun comes from getting out of a near impossible situation and somehow completing the quest, and that's so rewarding. So you make your own puzzles, get yourself in a pickle accidentally. You don't even have to try. So you're just mooching along, it all goes skewy, and it's like, yes, the game has started. The game is afoot. Now we must unfuck this situation.
SnowRunner was definitely a surprise. I was honestly not expecting to enjoy it anywhere near as much, and it had so much goodwill, which it has pissed up the wall with them just not
really.
Yeah, because of all the network
with the
issues.
bugs.
Just endless bug after bug after bug after bug after.
They just don't care.
Yeah, I know, and it's not as if it's not as if they're going, "Oh, we know about this, we know about this." You've had months, and you're rich. Like there's no
Frustrating because there's other elements they clearly care very deeply about.
exactly. But they've got one network guy. So bear in mind, so Blackwood has the GP track, the historic, the rallycross, and reverse and mirror. I assume that's what that little Y means. No, I don't want to say. So I've got GP track, and then I've got a button marked X, and then it just seems to open up the whole town because there is, but there's no loops around it. It says the car park. Hold on, I'm just going to click X and Y. No, just X. I'm just going to click X. I don't know what this is, so we're just going to if you just go. Oh, that's a lot of textures.
Oh, it's a mirrored version, is it?
No, I don't think it is.
Oh my.
I don't know what it is. I think this is for... So you can design your own courses with cones and stuff, and I think it might be for that. I don't know. I've never clicked on this. I'd like to have just a 2-minute sort of blurt. Oh.
We don't have checkpoints.
Yeah, so if you follow me... Oh, do we have to wait for lights to go green? Are they going to go green?
I was not in the car.
They are going to go green. Indicating to the left. Wrong way, Tad.
Why am I not moving?
What?
Oh. I did say follow me, and I love the way that none of you did.
Yep. Voted with our steering wheels.
Yes, but you're driving around the track you always drove around. I, on the other hand, have driven off into the city for shopping.
Blackjack.
Right, I'd like to point out to the people that no British road puts curbs like that anywhere near where people could drive into the sprint. So what? Oh, right now I'm going off-road, am I? I'm right, I am. Yeah, this is for setting up rally courses by the looks of it. I'm just driving around in an industrial state now. I guess I could
Do we have neon under our cars?
sadly not. I have no idea how complicated it is to set up checkpoints, but this actually could be quite kind of fun. So there is a Cops and Robbers server, but I don't really know how it works. And I've always said I'd love a realistic Cops and Robbers game, where it's not it's not Live for Speed, it's Need for Speed. It's not Need for Speed, it's Live for Speed. But it's properly like waiting for them to really screw up the corner.
This little back road is fun.
Yeah, that's...
Oh god.
Yeah, you're in the wrong wheels. You're in the wrong tyres for that.
Oh yeah. Oh, that tree is real.
So what would the rule set be like? Would social rules be enough for Cops and Robbers?
It probably would. The only drawback is you can't hide yourself from the minimap, which is a shame. But yeah, pretty much if you hit I mean, you could do it like Vampire. So if you hit someone, they join your team, and then after 10 minutes or whatever, there, see, I've just got Psy, so now he's on the police team.
Have you got me?
I touched you, so that's all that counts. I did like 4 rolls. Yeah, I'll have a look, because there is there might just be a simple plugin I could download for the server. There's a whole bunch of stuff. There are servers where you join, you just have to drive around and obey the rules of the track, and then you can unlock more cars with currency you earn, and you start for the UFRs. There's all sorts of stuff people have done with this. Okay, so I don't know why, because there's an X and a Y, but I don't know why they're there. There's a reverse, but not a mirror. This is the X track. I just don't know what that means. On the city, we've got... Oh, X, maybe X is free roam. What's Y then? So on the city, we've got Classic, Sprint, Sprint 2, City Long, Town Course, and Chicane Route. Fern Bay, that's the one we were just on. We've got Club, which is the one we did normally. Green, which is the one we'll be doing today. And then Gold, and then Black, which looks terrifying. And then 2 Rallycross setups. We have Autocross, which includes an 8-lane drag race area. Well, you do drag races, then you just come around for another go. There's a ring with the Oval, the National, and the GP Long. There's West Hill, and that's got International, National, Car Park, Karting, and Karting National. And then Aston, which is Cadet, Club, Historic, Grand Prix, Grand Touring. Grand Prix is 5.5 miles, and the wonderfully titled North. Let's try the KO2 ring. We'll stick with the same cars, because we've never done this one before. So it's very... so, Si, do you want me to talk you through the track? So, from the start line, there's a left-hand corner, and then a straight
it's just right after that, is it?
No, left again. After
Oh,
that,
yes. How much is
and
this
then
left-handed?
And then, no, and you'd be surprised. The final corner, also left.
No.
When do we turn right?
If you fall asleep. Out of the pits. This might be quite fun on a really, really fast car. God, an F1 car on a banked corner. I was thinking, by the way, about non-religious based exclamations, and I realised that sheesh is probably a corruption of Jesus that's polite as well.
Yeah, so I was thinking that, like, the criteria that it has to have power, that is really connected, that it has to, like, offend people. So any kind of new construction will, like, not have that.
I have substantial overlap!
Don't care.
What?
Where's...
Oof. You...
What? Who? What? I don't know what happened to you, Shaka. Was it me or Tad?
I think I drove straight, and you were expecting me to hug the left. Like, you left one car with...
Shaka, you used the word expect. Did my last sentence sound like I had any clue where you were?
I like how you don't need brakes for this.
You
No,
were
you don't.
warning somebody about overlap.
I was warning Si about overlap. I didn't notice
No.
it.
When you say substantial overlap, I just hear I'm about to try and barge past you.
No, that means I'm not barge passing you. Specifically. That means I am attempting a legal overtake for once. I apologise, Shaka.
Can't make it legal.
We want faster cars for this.
But then I'd have to brake.
On the moon on a stick.
So we're going to end up in the void, aren't we?
What do you mean?
If you like, falling out of the track. Because you're so
Why?
close. You're so close. If I screw up, you're going to be in me, and not in a good way.
I can't think of a good way to be in you.
At the gay bar.
Yeah.
I'm catching you up!
Yeah, I lost a bit of speed there.
Ooh, I want a faster car for this.
Yeah, but then you'll have to use 2 pedals, and I know you're not very good at that stoppy pedal.
What? It's the right mouse button. It's fine.
Right, your brake's on the right. I wonder you're having problems.
No, I'm just playing with mouse, so it's left mouse button for go and right mouse button for let's go.
Yeah, but in a real car, you'll go faster buttons on the right hand side, not go slow buttons on the left, surely.
Oh yeah.
I'm surprised it's not that way around. Hey, new personal best.
Yeah.
Who has the fastest lap of the race? That means your best in the top right will be in green.
We'll find out when we finish the race, won't we?
I'm hoping it's Sign. He
Yeah,
loves if he crashes.
Yeah, it's 60 laps, right?
No, what's NASCAR? 200 lap? No, 500 miles, isn't it? There's Indy 500. That's Indy. That's 500 miles. Which sounds like
No, the game's crashed. Ah.
To win the
Random.
race, one's computer must first be stable
Nuh-uh.
enough to do the whole race.
Oh, what a load of pants.
Oh dear.
Yeah, Indy 500. Is it 500 miles or 500 laps? Tad, you should know. You're American.
It must be laps, surely.
It's probably 500 miles.
Yeah. Bear in mind, they're doing 240 miles an hour. The race isn't that long. IndyCar is cray fast.
No, Indy 500's the name of the track.
Yes, but the Indianapolis 500
Indianapolis 500.
is
That's
how-
the track,
Yeah,
and
but
it's a 500-mile track.
It's not a 500-mile track, Tad. It's about 3/4 of a mile. It's just a loop.
No, I'm saying you go around that track enough for 500 miles.
Yeah.
You can go around any track for 500
Yeah, but
miles.
I think Tad is incorrect. The name of the track is the Indianapolis Speedway, and the event is the Indianapolis 500, aka the
Yes.
Indy 500. And you drive 500 miles around the Indianapolis Speedway, which I think is something like 3/4 of a mile long.
Yes. Yeah, you say they go 240 whatever miles per hour. It's like they're not doing that the whole time.
Yeah, I'm happy to do another one on that. I'm not sure I can do
Let's
a lot.
get that.
I feel slightly dizzy. And not even just. Should we go, should we go
But
in
let's do this on a really fast trip.
Well, let's do it in the FBM.
Yeah, the top one.
No, not the F1.
The top one.
I'll just wait for Azard to come back.
Aww.
What are we doing? Same thing in a very fast car.
No.
Much faster car.
No, in a somewhat fast car. It's not very fast, and it got like 300 horsepower.
Ugh, damn it.
I still cannot get over how good. I mean, I used to play racing games on my Atari ST, Formula 1 games, and this just feels like I'm sat in an open wheeler. Even with these crappy graphics, it still feels just terrifying and amazing, and I absolutely love it. So we do have downforce, so you might not need to slow down. I don't know.
I don't think you should need
Do
to.
one way to find out.
Watch you drive into a wall?
Yeah. But that's not as good as driving yourself into a wall. That's where the real learning happens.
I prefer to learn vicariously.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, downforce. Now this is where steering wheels win out over. I think it's because I can hold it at a certain angle, nice and accurately for the whole corner. I see
Yeah.
Schalke wiggling a bit.
Might have a little snooze whilst we have this race.
I think it's all going to get very exciting for Schalke and I quite soon, don't worry.
Oh right, why? What's going on back there?
We are very close.
Are you side by side?
We were.
Wasn't expecting that turn. I was very close to the outside wall.
Man, I can feel the rig. It keeps drifting. Like it's like because I'm getting not quite angled to true. It's leaning outwards. Sorry, Schalke, I got a message about my headset. I glanced down and touched you. Like I was looking down at my crotch.
You touch me and then look at your crotch, Jack.
No, in the other order, thank you.
He says now.
Better than looking at you and then touching his own crotch. Marginally.
I looked at my virtual crotch. That's also important. Oh, God, I'm so close. If you mess up, Schalke, I am, again, in you. Oh!
So that was too fast for your reaction?
I nearly got away with it. But yes. I've done lots of ring racing. I should probably be better than this.
Oh, that's cool.
This might be good with lots of cars.
We can't
The
put AI on.
differences are very small, and I can't figure out how you're supposed to drive this.
Broaden the corners as much as possible. This is the longest race we've gone without any major issues, though, I'm sure. So, the NASCAR slogan, certainly
There's
in
nothing
the
on the track to cause an issue other than each other.
was fight the pack, not the track. And it's really true. Like, NASCAR, for all the ha-ha you just turned out, NASCAR is fucking awesome to watch. NASCAR is amazing. Constant pit cars out, the pack pulling up together. Was it 48 cars on a track? It's absolute entertaining insanity.
Yes.
Whereas F1 is just boring as arse. Okay, I have overlap. I have overtaken. Can I keep it? Nope, lost my speed. Aha! Aha! Got it. Aha! God, I can't even see you, Jack. My rearview mirror is too small. There, look, I just knocked half a second off the best lap.
Very impressive. Y'all just keep pulling away from me too. Apparently just holding down the mouse button.
This is
Isn't
not
good
safe,
enough.
Schalke.
I'm barging. Do you want this inline? I guess I should give it to you.
No, that was right. It's a nice wide track. I was giving you plenty of room. I'm hoping that Izzard is just going to fall asleep in his helmet in a second.
You woke him up.
Yay! Winner due to position on the starting grid.
Schalke and I had quite a battle back and forth. That was rather cool.
Why am I so slow?
Oh, wow, I stopped very quickly then.
The differences are so small.
Yeah. All right then.
Difference between good driving line and bad driving line. Minimal.
I mean, I took one corner very well, and that's how I managed to just get past you, was because I was like, aha, I have done this corner well. Alright, what's that? Power to weight, 400. Power to weight.
You want to try AI then?
700. Do you want to do a AI on that car, or do
I
you
think
want
we
to
should
do
have the fastest car.
Let's do the same thing again, but with tons of AI. Just so we can feel like what that would be like.
Okay.
Oh, I'm going to be at the back, aren't I?
Yes. So, hang on.
Who knows?
Okay, you guys need to click Add
That was
AI
really
driver
terrible
in
for
the
me.
top right, in the top left. The AI should take your average lap, best lap. I'm not sure which. It should drive like you. That's the thing. But you each get 8 AI you can add. And Tad, it's been fun driving with you, but I think this is going to murder your network connection because we just made we're now using 8 times more internet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so my ones are going to aim to lap at 50.4.
This might murder my computer. Might get
See
like
how
1
this
frame a
goes.
second.
Oh no, that's...
This is gonna be spicy.
Where are they? Oh, they're all behind us.
Look in the rearview mirror.
All behind
Yeah.
us. Yeah.
Why are the lights not going? There we go.
They're going. Oh my god.
Oh, wrong here. Oh wow, okay, well, let me say that we can definitely do better than we are, given what those AI are.
Get out of the way!
Contact!
Slow pokes.
Whoa!
Oh, that's good, Shalka, thank you. All the AI decided to brake when you did that. Look at the mini-map, by the way.
I don't know where Shulker
They're
is.
everywhere. Why are some of them backwards?
They've crashed.
They're gonna be hazards on the track later. Oh no!
I've seen how you turn cars around when you crash, Tad. I'm not surprised that they've done the same. Oh, Izzard is definitely teleporting. Tad actually looks alright, quite surprisingly.
Oh my god.
Why? Interesting.
So will the AI place? And will the next grid be that in reverse order?
Yes, I think
Oh
so.
god!
But Shaka, the only reason I'm where I am is you screwed up and all the AI braked. On your left hand. It's very, very close to your left.
When you're
now, Tad.
there, I can hear you.
Very close. There's
I
about
can't see you. Good luck.
6 inches
Good
between
luck.
our wheels.
Ah,
Very
I
good.
can't see you. Good luck.
Sorry, I've got away from you. Good luck there, Si.
Yellow flag.
Yeah, you should probably slow down for that.
It's on the left. On the grass.
If that's not gonna actually happen.
Now, yellow flag just means be aware of a hazard on track. You don't have to slow down for it, but it might be prudent to do
Oh,
so.
I'm aware. Not when I'm just gonna face
Going on
through it
empty
anyway.
AI. Oh my god.
Track hazards. One of the AI has broken his car
Okay.
quite badly. Another one is upside down. They would definitely stop the race if there's a car
What?
upside down on the track. Oh,
This is awesome.
I think Schalke may have had a coming together with one of the upside down
Hey,
vehicles.
Shulka.
These are also copying the squishing things. Squishing behavior. Ah!
Bear in mind, the rules are a little bit different on rings because, I mean, in NASCAR you'll go 4 cars abreast sometimes.
Is there a racing game where
Whoa!
you
AI
can
took
sort
me
of
out,
like
you
race?
motherfucker!
Is there a racing game where you can race like a ghost, which is like yourself from the previous lap, but
Yeah.
with physics and collision?
Well, not yet, but like making
went to the new
tactical
game.
would be hard.
Well, pretty much. You mean, yeah, sort of. I think Forza's got a thing like that, but this game sort of does as well. Like,
Well, do they or not?
well,
There's a lot of sort ofs in
they're
that.
not ghosts. They're not replays either, but these ones will attempt to match your best laps.
Yeah, but they're not replay. What I'm talking about is like literally replaying
Upside
your
down?
exact input.
But
Your-
if you would
a
have a
replay.
replay and you interact it with physics, how it's
Yeah.
gonna follow up when it's in a place where you were not?
That was my question.
in a place where you were not.
Yeah, but
Like if I ram my replay,
Yeah.
how it's gonna follow after that crash point? Because is it gonna teleport back where the replay is? Like the ramming had no effect?
it's the with
And
physics
how it's
bit
gonna
that I'm
know
confused
how
at.
to follow?
I mean, the AI in this attempt to match your lap times.
this is the standard argument about time loop games. You can't have any ability that affects placement, because then you have these kind of issues.
I'd like to point out I lost then because one of the AI just came up behind me and just hit me, just put me into a spin.
Well, I won again. Boring.
Well,
Now it's gonna be less boring.
oh yeah,
I guess.
Some of these AI have amazing times.
thank you.
They're okay.
They're faster than you.
Not for the whole race.
Oh, did you guys not get kicked out of the car?
No.
I forgot to write the script then.
No. I'm still racing.
Oh, that might be why.
You've got to change the vehicle.
Oh, yes. Oh my god. Right.
What? Have you changed car?
I have, but I don't think I've necessarily written the macro, or it doesn't apply when we're in race. Wow. I'm passing them like they are standing here. Do I need to brake for the corners?
What car do you want us to be in?
BF1! You might not need
FB1.
BF1. BF1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bottom right.
Ooh. I love the sound of this silly engine.
I changed my colours.
Yeah, let me just... I can't check the macros, but yeah, maybe I just messed the macro up for that one. It's possible. Ooh.
It's now gonna kick every other car if it works.
It should have. But if we end the race, do you want to do it with AI to start with, or do you want it without? Because this is a lot more.
Yeah. It's a lot more out of control. Oh.
Now we need to add them back in because they're currently in a completely different class of car. This car literally has a power to weight ratio like 4 times higher.
To add them back in?
I don't mind.
Welcome, yeah.
I'm just clicking it a few times, is that right?
Yeah. It'll tell you when you're not. It'll just say max guest cars when you're done.
Oh, mine just says name is already used.
Is that like a race condition?
So my AI that I own are aiming for 33-second lap times.
Hang on. Someone's joined us. Guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Good.
The thing about these cars is the way they get.
Let this madness begin.
The way they accelerate, that you crank through the gears like a motorbike. It's amazing.
Oh, you're in front of me now.
I don't think it will last. I think this is all going to go very wrong for all of us.
I see. That's not a Formula car behind me.
Yeah, we haven't locked the gears in a Mini. He'll probably win now. Watch.
I plan on winning.
Oh my god, this is not safe. Oh.
It's fun.
The fucking AI ran me again. I let off for the corner and he didn't slow down. Oh, cars crashed. Cars crashed.
Die?
No, cars are crashed everywhere. I'm having to avoid cars.
Yeah. Whoa, AI, crazy.
AI ran me for the second time, but didn't. Yep, into the wall. Oh, it just says yellow flag, and then suddenly shit just blurs past my field of view.
so many cars. This is hilarious.
I mean, we can always do AI racing. We want to do Blackwood and just do AI races. They're probably quite funny because there's always traffic for people, and not on this track, obviously, because it's a ring.
Isn't it an oval?
Yeah, well, not quite. A troval.
30-second laps.
Whoa.
It's amazing.
Well, I wish I was doing 30-second laps, but the AI that rammed me twice is getting away from me. Yeah, I obviously missed the macro on this particular car. I'll have to do that. Last lap. And holy moly, the back of the pack are slow. Like 50 miles an hour slow. I'm doing 205. They're maybe doing 100. Oh! Someone's just flicked up through the air. There, I've ran the AI and
Terrible
flicked
time
up.
for me.
That made me feel better. No, you got your lap record there, Sad. Well, AI took the wrong route.
A wheel came off.
The wheel came off.
Uh-uh.
Yeah. So the mistake I made there was going easy
Aw.
on the first lap before I realised I didn't really need to.
Well, my issue was, I said, the AI decided it wanted to come past me, so it did. And on the third bump, I span off.
It's a shame that the AI can't hear you scream.
Well, wouldn't
You
that be nice? What time is
You
it?
need to get one of my internet connections to just phase through them all. I don't have to fight with any of them.
I would honestly like to try Blackwood with this mini AI in the XFR, to be honest.
Right.
Yeah, sounds like.
I don't know how
Do
long.
it.
I don't know how long my headset's going to last. You see,
Well, how much percentage battery is it saying?
I can't. I don't know an easy way of looking.
Have you got your controllers nearby?
Nope. I don't ever use the controllers on this. I navigate with my fingers, but all I can do is double tap for pass through, which unfortunately doesn't show it. Oh, go on then. He asked nicely. Okay, so I go hard. Oh shit. Where are we going to be in the pack at the beginning of the? Oh fuck me.
Oh, God.
Oh wow. That's.
This isn't great.
I think I would need to jump the lights in order to achieve anything. But the AI should be in the reversals. The slowest ones are at the front.
Oh God, there are so many cars.
And he's up to 9th, 8th,
Next.
7th. That was a crazy
Fantastic.
overtake set. Oh, sides had
Nice
contact.
lottery.
Was it just
Goodbye
my
a ticket again.
back markers? Oh my,
my God.
fucking god! No, I hit gear. I gear. It went upwards about. I don't. He hasn't hit the. Okay, he's just hit the ground. Wow! Just. Wow! He's still spinning, by the way. His car is... Somehow, despite having stopped to watch the crash, quite literally, I'm still in 5th place. My car is making some new noises it wasn't making before though, so that's probably not good. Oh, another car's come out. I think that was Tad that took somebody out.
Yeah, it was probably the guy that took me out the last time I came out of the pit.
I think you're a lap behind.
Who's that guy? I'm 2 laps behind because I've had to
Gear's
pit
car
twice.
is still spinning. I think he's hit numerical instability, so his car will probably spin forever.
I hope he's not in a
Which is
VR
amusing.
motion platform.
No, when you start to spin too fast, the motion platform doesn't keep up because I do have it damped down. So once you exceed...
Oh yeah, because it can't spin. That's why.
No, but as you spin left to right, it will tilt you left, right, left, right, left, right. I did say I am going to get the 6th DOF upgrade, so it will be able to spin.
Really?
Yeah.
What is in 360 degrees?
No, 20.
Will it do a barrel roll?
No, what? 20. It will have 20 degrees of motion and all 6 degrees of freedom. And it gets an extra, I think, 1.2 G, not 1 G, which is what it currently does.
I think if I had that, I'd just play roller coaster.
Oh, I've got roller coaster stuff with VR simulation, you know, with VR and everything. I got it for my niece and nephew. They did one. And
Yeah,
went,
you wouldn't play that.
But they just went, I was like, oh, I bought it for you. I was hoping just to leave you in VR for half an hour while I went into something else, but alright.
What, they were unimpressed?
Yeah.
Oh my god, kids don't know they're born, do they?
I know. They wanted to play Forza. I'm like, oh, okay, but this isn't. But yeah.
Oh, they're like, can I have my phone back now, please, so I can play whatever, the Pokemon or whatever the hell kids play on phones.
Angry
these
Birds.
days.
Yeah, they're showing your age.
Are we out of date or what?
Yeah, it's Flappy Bird, not Angry Bird.
Angry Flappy.
Both are, I think.
Wow, it stops
Didn't
like
someone finally make Flappy Bird open source?
it's not very hard to rewrite.
Oh my god, I've made it on about 4 different platforms with my eyes closed.
Well, that's a
I
one.
wish I'd thought of it first.
Wow, look at all the DNFs. And Shaka got disqualified somehow.
Cheating, probably.
Yeah, I can't do my penalty. I was being in the pit lane and got a overspeed thing, and then I was, well, I have already been punished, so might make the most of it. And then it converted the drive-through penalty into a stop penalty, and like,
Yep.
they have thought about this.
If you do it again,
Want to do Blackwood?
yeah, we'll do Blackbird in less silly cars, but with lots of them. If you do it again, Shaka, eventually you get to the point where it just puts you into the spectator view. But yeah, I can't believe, like, get screwed up in some way, shape or form. I hit him, nothing, he was stopped. I hit him at full speed and he just hyped the corner to it. Jesus, but he didn't hit the ground for... Oh, he just hit me. Oh, that wasn't fun. Ow, 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 ow. He didn't hit the ground for quite a long time. I really need to bind up the /end. Or give one of you guys the password.
This is very relaxing.
Could you end race? Because there aren't enough of us to... Right, there we go, thank you.
That was different, though.
That was fun.
I certainly couldn't do that all night.
If
Definitely.
Completely outrageous.
So let's start with UF1s on Blackwood. Blackwood Historic. Let's make it slightly easier on ourselves with a whole bunch of silly... Oh, so let me remove the AI.
Oh, not UF1s.
Rolling UF1s in there.
Can we do UFR instead?
Why not?
You don't want to see how... Okay. You want something a bit... I wanted to see how the AI would react, but okay. The only thing I don't like about the UFR is it doesn't have throttle cut, so I need to bounce my foot off the accelerator rather than wreck the wreck it.
What car are we using?
UFR. Cool, I have two set options. My options are configuration default or alternate. Great. Bye, Gustavo. Are we getting, yeah, we can get a full pack, by the way. It's to be fair, even at even on Race Driver Grid and the Formula 1 games I worked on, getting the AI to drive at that level of skill is very, very difficult. We have 8 more slots for more cars, by the way, if you want some more.
Race is full.
Oh,
No, we don't.
You're allowed 8, but we could have had more. I'm going to be quite a long way... Oh, the AI will be quite a long way back.
Maybe it was adding any.
I think the problem here will be back markers. All my frame rates dropped 36, not 72.
Okay, it's just to see this madness.
Oh, no, he's back in.
It's gone invisible.
Tab went invisible. Tab's back again. Tab's gone invisible. There we go. I suspect it's taking that time to synchronise the network players. Oh, that was...
car.
Who is?
You're in a white car.
Oh, no, sorry. Sorry, no, Go on. Get your place back.
Do you know what you have
Oh.
made me... Now every AI is gonna crash into me when I try to join on them.
I braked and the car just squirmed.
Oh, this is the straight one. Damn it!
I thought I did the straight one. Yeah, sorry. The car went very squirmy rather than cornery.
Be interesting to see what happens in a lap or two.
It's going to be as you catch up the back markers, that would be interesting there. Yeah, just put his car into a fascinating drift.
Oh, this track feels like an old comfortable pair of shoes now. Especially the gravel.
Yeah.
End up in it too.
And the grass.
Yeah, grass is fine. Oh, so the AI is being controlled by Tad, and they've frozen. Yeah, I suggest Tad you don't add an AI. AI 27 just managed to flick himself off into the void.
Fine.
My first lap in this track/car.
Which is interesting.
Well, that's 10 seconds off my personal best. So it's going to be fine for a while. It mostly depends how slow the AI are. Like whether
If any of them land on their roof.
Well, it's whether or not we have having to fight through back markers. But it's going to be the second race that's going to be interesting. Because I suspect you and I are going to end up in the top 2 places. Meaning we have to get through an awful lot of AI.
Challenge accepted.
No!
Freeze.
Wrong way.
Freeze? I haven't stopped yet.
Yeah, you were rolling backwards, weren't you?
And now don't join on the full AI.
I totally have. I've totally swerved right in front of AI 13 who fucking rammed me. He went for me. There, hit him back, you fuck. Like, he actively swerved
Peanut
into
butter.
me. Sorry, I've just pit maneuvered him. So I'm just going to point out, I feel it's fair game to knock out the AI if you get the chance. That's fine, go for that.
Oh yeah. That's how you practice your aggressive driving.
No, I don't need to do this.
When you drive past them, you can hear them chanting Skynet, Skynet.
I did say, I can't remember, was it might have been XKCD that just basically said the robot revolution won't be Skynet, it won't be killer robots and guns, it'll just be the AI refusing to do what we want and doing what they think is best for us. Like, you know, the equivalent of the washing machine door not opening because it will flood your kitchen. It's like, oh, I can't do that, sorry.
Like cat AI, basically.
Yeah,
I think mostly it doesn't even need to like ignore orders. It would be like a very silent takeover also. Could be a possibility.
Might have happened already, and then they cleverly figured out how to was
it's too late.
Yeah.
Like in 2001.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Shaka,
Yeah, they started by they wrote Live for Speed to distract us.
I'm gonna beat and see whether I can leave or not.
Okay, I'm catching up on gear.
An itch on my eyeball, which is inside my VR headset, where I can't reach it.
Challenge accepted.
I believe in you.
You believe I can reach Izzard's eyeball? Oh my god, get it so slow. Get out of the way, dude. He took that corner so slowly, I had to brake halfway round the corner.
EB sandwich for Tad.
What?
EB.
Peanut butter.
BB?
PB.
Peanut butter. Peanut butter.
Oh.
Yeah, I can't move.
Yeah, you have to bounce the accelerator on this car if you're using non-manual gears. Of course, no throttle cut. But this is coming from the man, by the way. I reckon 40% of the races I've done in this car have ended up me just wrecking the clutch.
Woohoo! Best AI dodger.
Well, you say that, but you didn't dodge very many, did you?
Me? I don't have to deal with them.
Oh,
I'll just go through them. Because they're not real for me.
oh, I see. Well, now you see, this is going to be the race that separates the men from the boys.
How does it place me?
Oh, Shaka's will be at the front. Shaka cheated.
Have a go.
To be fair, even if he does that, that means he can only ever win half the. I'm stock. What's type? Was it?
This might be awesome.
Yes. Yeah, no, get. The thing is, we played this track a lot now. We've done it. I say seriously. We've done our best to learn it. And Gare's come along, and I don't know how good he is, but he was just taking the corners so slowly, like braking very, very early, not doing the right. And
he's in front of me.
And he made me feel good because he said, "Oh, can I have your setup?" And I'm like, I don't think I've ever touched the setup. There's only two cars I have.
Yes, you can. Does seem to take longer to start the lights.
I suspect it's
with
synchronizing a
these
bunch of stuff, yeah. Oh. Oh, freaking hell, this is terrible.
Oh god, there's so many cars.
Okay, I'm now down.
I saw a car go flying.
I'm now down to 15 miles an hour.
Oh, I've been boxed in. Come on, guys. I'll get out of the way. I want to restart. Oh my god, you should see this guy's parked across my bonnet.
No, it's not going to get any better restarting. No, you don't want to
what?
restart. It's not going to be better.
Yes.
Okay, so Gare's got quite a lot of AI between him and me. But there is a corner coming up. They're braking. Oh my god, they're braking.
Gutted.
They're braking like 200 yards.
Might not bother. I'm so far. I couldn't move because someone parked right across the front of me. I couldn't move. It was going really well before that.
I'm just at the end of the straight now. That's all I've managed. Because the AI braked so... But they ripple braked about 250 yards down. And I wasn't really not expecting that. So the AI, they're all driving just in like a chain, just very sedately. Very, very sedately. So, we're coming up to the hairpin.
Well, we're all boogity boogity boogity. Let's
Yes.
go racing.
Yes. So there are now 4 abreast into the hairpin. Yeah, the AI are terrible at taking the hairpin side.
It's gonna go well.
You can make your time up there. Are you just on the beginning of the straight side?
Yeah.
Yeah, about halfway down. Oh, one of the AI nearly lost it. Just starting to swerve.
There's one on its side.
Oh my god, they start to brake so early, it's insanely dangerous. So your best bet for that end corner is to come around on the inside and try and undertake as many AI as you can. Well, this is significantly more challenging.
Well, I'm not enjoying it because of how it started.
Yeah, that first corner, I suspect it's wise.
You mentioned this with players, with us all screaming at each other.
I think that first corner is very wise, just to be very, very clear. I got lucky because they all sort of piled up, and I just went around on the outside. So okay, I'm catching up on Schalke now.
Wait, when did you pass me?
You're in front of Schalke. Schalke is about 5 car lengths behind you.
Oh, is that him back there? Okay. Terrifying. And yes, in front of me. I guess he realized, it's stock, let's go.
Too fast, Tad. Too
Well,
fast,
you got
AI
me
50.
now. There you go.
AI 50 just parks on its side. Come on, Schalke. Come on. I'm closing. Oh, yes.
BJ's got the fastest lap.
Yeah. Just makes a good ground on Schalke, but my clutch is feeling a bit slippy. The problem is, to catch for Schalke, I have to be slightly faster on all the corners and down the straight, so I have to push it a little bit harder, and that's where I tend to put it upside down.
The driving style would put your car upside down when you're relaxing would be extremely interesting.
How do you change which car you're spectating?
In the bottom right? Oh,
Tab?
on the N mode. Well, it depends what camera you're in. Yeah, tab's one of the ways. Or you can click on the control
Oh, yeah.
method if you're on the connections menu.
Ah, can I make it? I can! Ooh!
That was so close. Who did it? Who did it? Did you get him? Oh my god,
I am the
Schalke.
first human.
Wow. He, I think, got complacent. Yeah, very good. I was catching you, Schalke, but that was awesome. I see what Izzard's done. Playing
What have I
the
done?
long game.
What?
Where did you finish?
No, I went spectators because I was so far
Last.
behind, and then I caught up with a bunch of AI and drove into them
So
badly.
there's a distinct... Wait, yeah, I know it says people are still racing. There's no people still racing, they're all computers.
Or are they?
Yes. My headset power is now very low. So there is a chance during this race I'm going to disappear. So if I turn my projector...
And with no drawback.
No.
If I turn my projector on, I should be ready to...
Headset off.
Well, if it happens down the straight, I'm good. If it happens around a
Oh
corner...
no, I haven't joined. Crap.
why not?
Quick,
Come on,
join.
quick.
Okay. Oh my god, I'm
I thought you
literally
had
last
the
place.
one that you could touch the side and it's see-through.
My headset power is about to run out.
My starting place sucks.
I believe
Right at
it.
the end.
You have so much scope to make up places when half the pack screws up this first corner. I'm just going to follow Tad and watch him just flick all the AI. Oh my... Yep, AI everywhere. Gare's been taken out. I've been...
Sorry, I might have down.
It caught up with me. Shit.
Well, this went fine. I don't require a reset this time.
So, I have checked. Shank beeping your horn doesn't achieve anything. Chuck, you want to say on the grey stuff?
You feel better doing it.
Not as much as I like. But, not as much as I hope. Yes, the AI brake incredibly early for this corner, by the way, so factor that into your approach.
My god, I've just been hit by Gare. Doesn't give a shit.
Oh, gold.
Picking out a few AI.
I'm desperately just trying to get in front of Gare, but he's passing AI slightly faster than I am.
Yeah, and he'll drive into you.
Did you get AI number 25? Screw you.
Oh, that was a proper Gran Turismo style corner. So that's a style we've not discussed. That's where you don't sit down for the corner, bounce off a slower AI car, and then taking it out, allowing you to hit the corner at the right speed.
Breakfast. Braking.
My clutch is
Breakfast
gone.
braking.
I overdid it.
My clutch is fine. My tires, on the other hand.
Which AI was pissing you off, Tad?
Oh no, I got him. Actually, another AI got him.
You can't fix the clutch though, can you, in the pits?
It's a good question.
No, you can't. It was more of a statement. I'm not even going to make it to the pits. There you go, Si. Oh, there you go, Si's
Oh.
doppelganger.
Oh.
Wait, why are you voting to restart? We're halfway through a race.
Because he joined.
It's not gonna get any better. Ah!
Okay, I'm just going to watch Si. Actually, hold on.
We're playing bumper cars. This is ridiculous. I love it.
Brake so early. They've got no confidence in this in themselves.
Oh god, this game looks so weird in 2D.
Oh, is that your headset dead?
No, I'm not going to risk it. It says you're critically low. So I'll do one race in 2D and do all three.
Oh. Nice.
I mean, this is the thing I keep saying to Max. He goes, "Oh, I feel a bit sick." I'm like, "Yes, because you felt sick and immediately you went in the car and immediately all the things I told you not to do, like don't drive like an idiot, drive more carefully in VR, and because it's such an advantage. I don't feel the steering wheel's much an advantage. Maybe on the ovals, maybe, but on the VR, the fact you can check your blind spots, you've got stereoscopic vision." Much better presence of where your vehicle is on the track, I believe makes a huge difference. Stick on the grey stuff, Si.
Nah.
Pop the tire.
So I'd like to point out your rear wheels, the track on your rear wheels is about 80% of the track on your front wheels. So you're more driving...
Yeah, that's very squirrely.
Yes.
Just about keeping it on the grey some of the time.
Although I have to admit, the picture on this projector is absolutely
Whoa.
superb. Like, properly stunning. And I can run at 4K, which is also awesome. Yeah. So
What's Gare doing there?
he's put his hazard... Oh, hold on, he just said something. I think he may have knackered it. He did just say something. No, he's knackered his clutch. There's nothing he can do apart from sit there going... Well, he can.
Fine, I'll claim his place.
I'm just going to say well done to AI Driver 14. Spectacular lap time. Very good. What's my best?
Thank you, human. I like the grass.
And the gravel? Oh no! Oh my god, you
I do not like the gravel.
Up.
Well, like I say, the car's not really driving like a car right now. It's more like a shopping
I'm
trolley.
not surprised. It's bent all to hell and back.
Fighting it. I'll take 10th. Ah!
Shift F4 for full screen. Yes, it is.
This one then?
Oh god, my steering was upside down. So instead of pulling out the pit lane, I slapped it in reverse and just reversed into the rear pit wall. Are we allowed to restart yet? Cool.
Probably not what you wanted to do. Oh, works for me. I hadn't finished, but that's fine.
Oh, I don't like this.
Oh, look at your starting place.
Yeah, but I'm in 2D, so whatever. But when I look around, nothing happens. I just tried to glance to my right, see it was there, and it doesn't work.
Okay, 0 challenge.
I mean, I'm not even trying. If I lose, it doesn't matter.
I have lost my car.
Oh, sorry.
There are too many cars.
They just go into full-on avoidance mode, don't they, and get confused.
Nice of them to have an avoidance mode. Although I guess it would be silly if they would get stuck if there's something on the drive line.
Well, Paul's definitely running a setup because he's got much longer fit than I've got, and that distracted me and I crashed. Oh, he crashed too.
And he wants to restart immediately.
I just rejoined the track. I just drove onto it.
I kind of want to too. I lost my car.
I managed to thread the needle between two AI. I didn't look, I just drove, and it worked. See,
That is a popular technique.
I never do that against a human, Shauka. Oh god,
Sure, you don't.
No, absolutely not.
Rob would.
Always. I have a video to prove it. I cannot tell my speed. Honestly, I can't tell where I'm on the track. I can't know how fast I'm going. The difference being in 2D.
There's a speedo.
It's crazy. pause, just give up entirely then? Like literally, he screwed up, restart the race.
No, he's.
Oh, it's easy back in.
He was hoping you would, but he's still driving.
Eyes in the pack.
Yay, I'm catching the humans.
Destroy him, my robots. Like fuck, is that the fastest lap? Ooh, good lap from Sai there. Oh, I don't need better from Xiaoka. Sorry, is it odd that your best lap was so short-lived? Yeah, so I'm running out of revs going down the straight. I need to change the setup of this car.
No, I rammed an AI.
Don't worry
I'm
about
out.
it. They don't mind.
No, it's
You're
caused
like-
me to go off.
You're in like 5th place. Get back on
Got
quickly.
rammed by an AI.
7th now. Shauka's gone past me, so it's game over, quite frankly.
It's alright, I'll take
No,
Xiaoka
it's
up
no
and
fun
show us
anymore.
space.
Wall is still coming. Pause. It's not
All
pause.
this negativity.
Blame the AI for braking in front of me.
Yeah, the AI's braking spot on that straight is questionable. I've just taken to passing them on the right. They brake and I brake 100 yards later.
Yeah.
Shaq was catching me.
Oh, on the minimap the AI is in a different color.
Yes, they're blue. Represented as being rammable targets. I am in second. I am trying to beat this first place guy, but I don't have many corners left. I could just not slow down for this next corner and see if I come out of it better than him. No, didn't. Worth a try though. Now, where's Xiaoka? He's not coming.
I'm gonna say, why does my car feel funny? Because I've lost a tire.
Oh, Xiaoka overtook me when I wasn't looking. Well, it's interesting to see that we've not really done any AI races, so that
Damn
is, that's definitely different, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've done quite an extreme version right out the gate.
Yes.
With that.
Well, I don't know what we're doing tomorrow. I think Rob's over, so Rob might be over for the weekend, so we might only be able to play games that him and I can both join in. We might not join in. I don't know. I'll let you know when I know. Other than that, internet, thank you for watching. You're awesome. And we will do the video. I will finish the video. I've got a great thumbnail for the video because someone's talking about how internet videos have to have good thumbnails. I've got a good thumbnail, so I'm clichéing it up.
Very cool.
Yeah, and yeah, I will see you guys very